It's happening. Right. That looks terrible. That looks terrible. That looks. Alrighty. Let's have a look now. So, whole purpose of today. In fact, no, we ain't doing that. What are we gonna do? All right. We'll record.
Yellow is the colour of Maro Engel's Mercedes AMG. Alongside him will be Jules Gounon for Get Speed. Lights on the gantry are red when the lights go green, like the blue touch paper. We are racing, and a good start is made by Engel. Gounon slots in behind him as they drop down towards turn one. Others on their toes, trying to dive up the inside as they come down 3-4 wide in the mid-pack into the braking zone. Engel will lead Gounon. Bortolotti just gets up the inside in third place. Then as the cars wriggle their way, 1 or 2 run wide, and now down they head towards turn 3 for the first time. Those that are off the road eventually get themselves back on, but Engel, a tidy start, he's going to lead.
Really went in there. Gounon had to tuck in early. No major contact through the first 2 corners. What we got here? Rover BMW running wide. Big snap of oversteer for one of the Aston Martins there. Against the Falcon has one inside of turn 6. They're still all clean at the moment. Come to you, car pushing the AF course and looking 4-5 wide, streaming all the way back through to the final part of this 60-car field nearly. Performance of the engine, but also the tyres. Look at the damage on the front of that Aston Martin. We saw how close that was to the Rover. BMW, I would suggest it maybe got too close.
So that's going to have to pick because the scrutineers will want it in, or that bodywork's going to rip off their hands anyway. So a couple of mates going to have to bail for the pit lanes. That's Sorensen, number 7, 007, the small 24-wing car of last year, same driver combination. You can see the damage tip buckling up at the front, so visibility is going to be obscured. No, 21 is
What we got here? Rover BMW running wide. Big snap of oversteer for one of the Aston Martins there. Against the Falcon Horse one inside of turn. Big snap of oversteer for one of the Aston Martins there.
Right.
Against the Falcon Horse one inside of turn 6. They're still all clean at the moment. Come to you, car pushing the AF course and looking 4-5 wide, streaming all the way back through to the final part of this 60-car field nearly. Performance of the engine, but also the tyres. Look at the damage on the front of that Aston Martin. We saw how close that was to the Rover BMW. The damage on the front of that Aston Martin. We saw how close that was to the
Leroy.
Rover BMW.
Dang it, I want to see what number that is. Anyways, let's go to the end.
2 cars behind him there. Who's he? What shower?
Oh, the rain did catch the driver across the line in 992. We'll get the top three in each of the classes to the podium in due course. We'll hear from some of them as well, but what a race. And Chris Lallam taking second. Let's look at the result then. Calvin van der Linde, Charles Weerts and Hugo de Wilde, the winners from Sven Muller, Patrick Niederhauser and Alessio Picariello. Einstein Guven, Laurin Heinrich, Klaus Backley.
Mm. Yo, I do not know how to work this thing. Content analytics. Dang. Okay. Um, hmm. Ah, there we are. Okay. Ah, there we are. Right. So, aim of the game. First and foremost, just gonna start looking at the top 10. In fact, I already started this. And I'm gonna try and break down this race as best as I can into a spreadsheet. So let's have a look at the race winners here, WRT Racing. Going from, say, number 1. Need to work on this chart here and see that I can make it look a bit clearer, especially for the sake of actually showing the race results. But let's see, from a field of 17 pros, 9 gold, 17 silver, 16 bronze, WRT took the class in the pro, CSA Racing took the class in gold, Paradigm Competition in silver, and Kesso Racing in bronze. Now, what information would I want from this? Alright, hold up. Wow.
W. Place picked
Let
off.
me just play this.
At the end of the straight, Nicky Thiem goes back ahead under braking.
Where are you? Where are you? Playback speed.
And Porsche from BMW from Mercedes AMG. There is Hugo de Wilde.
Okay.
Say during the course of qualifying.
So
prototype racer, now GT start. Looking good. talking to there, but we also see a replay of big slide from the BMW.
So Team WRT.
3.5 minutes or so before he has to come into the pit. So as they come towards us on lap 128, finally, we've got the WRT BMW in the lead. We said at the start of the day, don't rule it out because they know how to win races, they know how to play the game, they know what to do in the pit stops, and it's all pieced together, hasn't it? It might be a new driver lineup, but it's the same old result in a way for WRT. We might be jumping the gun a bit. We've got an hour and 3/4 to go, but I think now that car is going to be able to build a gap. A little bit further back behind Lucas Auer is Larry Heinrich, who's taken over 22. And that Porsche is still there or thereabouts. Considering that every time we see
Right. Okay. So Team WRT. Position is it now?
Great spectacle. You've got the brake light and the exhaust glowing there. Shows you the temperatures these cars are under. Getting down the inside of Harbour, headlights flashing. Gets the job done. Great move. Surprised Harbour didn't defend more. He's almost like he can't get past these cars in front of him and is struggling to know what to do, how to clear them, which hasn't really been a BMW or even really a Dan Harper issue.
BTWC.
Isn't it? We've just been talking about one battle where a Porsche has been reeled in by a BMW but got through and pulled away, and the complete opposite has happened here. Porsche has caught past and starts to break.
Okay, so
in the camp of that really good move, and he now leads bronze, accelerates out of the last corner. So 97 goes by, and over the timing line, new bronze cup leader Lurk Hartog, and then behind him on the road is Ivan Ekrochik, and then it is Dan Harper next up.
Yeah, he got that move done on Ekrochik really nicely into the last corner to give a buffer then to Harper. So he's got a silver car in between him and second place in bronze in Dan Harper. So that's gone really well as we look at the Silver Cup leaders here.
let's look at the full race.
For a minimum of 43 seconds. In the meantime, you do the driver change and the tyres. These teams can do the tyres in under 20 seconds. So this is the fairest way to make sure everyone's pit stop time is at a similar sort of time as we see the flashing headlights ablaze.
And you know that battle between Krohn and Wirtz? Well, Charles Wirtz has just done the fastest lap of the race. He's just done a 1:54.8. So on lap 59, the fastest lap of the race set by a charging Charles Wirtz.
That's 0.3 of a second faster than what it was. Dean McDonald was on a 55.1, so he smashed it. So that car wasn't Jesse Krohn that was slow, it was Charles Wirtz that was fast, wasn't it? And you can see Engel there flashing his headlights and Gounon all over the back.
Mercedes in the championship having sort of dropped off the radar a bit in Super Trofeo for a while. We've got Richard Lietz signing up to a full season. The list goes on and on and on. Maxime Martin for Boots and VDS, returning to the VDS team after his BMW days. Right, the formation lap is underway. The Maserati I was talking about leads them away, the lead car, ready for this rolling start. And let's chase the field under the bridge. Drivers trying to get some warmth in the Pirelli tyre. We'll talk about tyres more as the race goes on, but just to make another mental note, it is a new tyre on which the cars run this year, so teams adapting accordingly. Mauro Engel will start on pole position then. It's going to be Jules Gounon with him at the front of the grid. Lining up third, Mirko Bortolotti. Marvin Kirchhoff as McLaren is alongside. Einstein Guven will go from fifth. Sven Muller for Rutronic Racing, another Porsche peddler. He is sixth, ahead of Sandy Mitchell. Finally, in a pro class Lamborghini, he's got Dean McDonald alongside him. And then it's Charles Wirtz starting ninth. Simon Gachet's McLaren is 10th. Alex Buncombe for Bob Neville's team RJN returning to the championship. He is 11th. Thierry Vermeulen 12th. Augusto Farfus 13th. And Alessio Rivera will be 14th on the grid. Then it is Arthur Leclerc, brother of F1 race winner Charles. Miguel Ramos we heard from on the grid. David Pittard, that's the Martin factory driver, has Marzio Moretti for company. Then it's Spa 24 Hours winner of last year, Marco Sorensen. Finlay Hutchison starts number 60 VSR Lamborghini ahead of Dustin Blattner, who's a very shiny bronze in the Kessel Racing Ferrari. Ezekiel Perez Compact comes next ahead of Dubai 24 Hours winner Al-Faisal Al-Zubar. Then it's James Allen having his first ever GT3 race, but he's a real gun in LMP2 machinery ahead of Nicolas Barr and Mathis Lismont in the Stella Motorsport Corvette.
Let me just start this again.
The engine, Verstappen to start. Motorsport, we get board is shown. Newly, that'll blast for red flag Lamborghini 9 cars. Just the potential who we've seen at Spa, but that's because it's been an IGTC round. He's a GT class winner out of Asian Le Mans that in turn books him a Le Mans slot. So although he's a bit reluctant to race at night, it would be good practice for that for later on in the season. We've got people like Eduardo Liberati coming into a Mercedes in the championship, having sort of dropped off the radar a bit in Super Trofeo. Team W, the lead goes on, but adapting accordingly. Mauro Engel will
48. Alright, Gugnon. So 48, 1763, 59. And where's our race winners? Right, so they started 9th place. I think I've got that. Oh. I hope I was muted. Right, okay.
Sixth ahead of Sandy Mitchell, finally in a pro class. Lamborghini, he's got Dean beside him, and then it's Charles Weir starting ninth.
Okay, so watching number 9.
Alex Buncombe for Bob Neville's team RJM returning to the championship. He is 11th, Ulan 12th, Augusto Farfus 13th, and Alessio Rivera winner are 5 ahead of Engel leads the way, but through now.
Whoops.
On board here in number 991. That is the Paradigm Competition BMW of Patron, which is Darren Lung, British GT champion 2 seasons ago. And we understand that both number 5 McLaren, so we are set season in GT World Challenge powered by AWS. It's an all Mercedes AMG front row. Yellow is the colour of Maro Engel's Mercedes AMG. Alongside him will be Jules Gounon for Get Speed. Lights on the gantry are red. When the lights go green, like the blue touch paper, we are racing, and a good start is made by Engel. Gounon slots in behind him as they drop down towards turn 1. Others on their toes trying to dive up the inside as they come then 3, 4 wide in the mid-pack into the braking zone. Engel will lead Gounon. Bortolotti just gets up the inside in 3rd place then as the cars wriggle their way. 1 or 2 run wide, and now down they head towards turn 3 for the first time. Those that are off.
Alright, so I'm just watching number 32 WRT, which is the 9, position 9 BMW. Everything's looking alright. And just about there, there's contact between the Ferrari and the Aston Martin. This is number 60. Yeah, number 60 Lamborghini. So that we're all good so far.
So the cars charge on to the Mistral straight for the first time. Our 2 pit starters have joined in, but at the moment Maro Engel is getting.
So quite a sizable gap between Engel and Bortolotti here. And then bunched up set of cars there, which would be expected, but this gap here for Maro Engel is pretty substantial, especially with the race having just started. And I'm seeing obviously number 3 McLaren doing fairly well, so that's the highest rated gold. Is this the gold that wins the race in the end? Like in the gold category. So that's McDonald, number 58. Who took first place in the gold category? In the gold category was CSA Racing was the number 111. Let me just check that that is actually accurate in terms of place finish. Okay. Calendar, Paul Ricard, event info. Where are we? So full result, highest finishing in the gold category, main race. Let me. Okay. So in the gold category, where are you? Okay, CSA Racing. So let's see. Who's this up here? McDonald, number 58. Where did they finish? Where's 58? 59. Hold up. After 1.5 hours. My gosh, wrong thing. Main race. 58, 58, 58. Am I missing? Oh, did not finish. That is a dang shame. So Garage 59. Okay. Gonna bounce in between. Look at me duplicating all my. Okay. Okay, we'll look at the gold after. We'll look at the gold after.
Away, is he not? Because he's building a gap over Bortolotti, who is up now into second place as the cars accelerate their way into scene. They don't use the chicane, of course, for this. It is that flat-out blast all the way now into the right-hander. So it is Engel leading. It's Bortolotti in second place. It is Gunnar in third. It's Marvin Kirchhoff as McLaren.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, they lost a position.
He's under attack, is he not? This is the view through Lebose. Engel building that gap, knowing exactly what he's got
1,
to do.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Team 32. So this is position 1 and 2, I believe. Right there, side by side. So let's. When do things change? Okay, so 32's gotten back to 9th. Yeah. And Shaw Wirtz, or Wirtz.
Definitely in the top 20 as they stream across. Looks like Ramos just got turned around in the background last.
Okay, so Sandy Mitchell is number 8. Oh, that's 163.
Carnage, he's rolling backwards, trying to get off the racing line. One of the Mercedes was that Martin in the boots and VDS car. It just looked like Ramos was at the apex and got turned around. Couldn't say who was at fault.
Yeah, it certainly was a Boots and VDS Mercedes. There were two of them, as you rightly say. So one badly delayed. We'll try and piece it together because I think Tom Fleming has been delayed in all of that, and Dustin Blattner, because they are late through, and also Nicola Rossi's Ferrari. So quite a few have been shuffled around out of all of that. Gazzo came through in 47th place in number 10, Boots and VDS Mercedes. And that was the lower place of the two. So I think it might have been him rather than Maxime Martin's car. Anyway, at the end of that one, it was Engel leading by 11 tenths. So Mauro Engel may not have been as quick as his co-drivers in terms of position in his session, as in Auer was quickest in Q1, Matteo Cairoli quickest in Q2, Mauro Engel was not quickest in Q3, but he's building a gap and he's leaving Bortolotti, Gounon, McDonald, Kirchhofer and Guven to argue it out amongst themselves. The Lamborghini then in second spot of Mirko Bortolotti, starting to edge away just ever so slightly from Bruno.
Yeah, Bortolotti is taking 2.5 tenths out of the open part. This Lamborghini is quick in a straight line. It's got 3 or 4 kilometres an hour over that Mercedes in front. So let's see how it flows for the next 2 laps. Maybe Bortolotti is going to be able to challenge Engel shortly.
Gary then moving into the Verstappen.com Aston 2-seat car, up into 11th place, goes through, and there you go, Alex Bunker now having a fat little pass him on this lap. So Bunker's gone back up one spot. Number 60 there is the Billy Hutchison-driven Lamborghini. That was at the start of his lap in 19th place, but it's going to be shuffling all the way through now. There's 32, the WRT BMW, Charles Weir's 9th at the start of the lap, coming up now then towards the exit of turn 15 out of the Virage Dupont and over the line. So Engel leads the way, but quicker behind him is Bortolotti. The gap from 11 tenths is down to 0.8 of a second. So it's game on here. Bortolotti is on a mission. In third place is Gunnar. Fourth and fifth McLaren. It's Dean McDonald ahead of Marvin Kirkhoff. They switched in turn. Sixth is Gubert. Sandy Mitchell's Lamborghini is 7th. Simon Gachet's McLaren is 8th. Witz is 9th. There's a big gap up the inside of the Mustang. Number 64. That's Arjun Miney. Trying to displace Ezekiel Perrin compact, but he can't do it.
There's a difficult move into turn 1 there. It's not the biggest brake zone, but he's got the switchback now, so the move will be done into 3. Is that going to leave the door open? And there are going to be more places lost for that Audi. A lot of cars running tight to each other. Look at that Aston Martin right on the back of the Rover. BMW saw a good job from Marcello in qualifying. BMW not on the front foot pace-wise here at the moment. Will that change as temperatures lower? It changes the performance of the engine, but also the tyres. Look at the damage on the front of that Aston Martin. We saw how close that was to the Rover. BMW Irish. That change as temperatures lower. It changes the performance of the engine, but also the tyres. Look at the damage on the front of that Aston Martin. We saw how close that was to the Rover. BMW, I would suggest it maybe got too close.
So that's going to have to pit because the scrutineers will want it in, or that bodywork's going to rip off and be hands it anyway. So come what may, it's going to have to bail for the pit lane. Is that Sorensen, number 7, 007, the Spa 24 winning car of last year, the same driver combination. You can see the damage, you can see it buckling up at the front, so visibility is going to be obscured. No, it's 21, isn't it? It's the other ComTU car, Nicholas Bart at the wheel of it, Kirby Powell's, Jamie Day, the other drivers, Nico Bart's the son, of course, of the owner of ComTU, so if anyone's going to damage it, better be him, I guess, but that's bound for the pit lane, isn't it? And I think, actually, there's more damage on the right front corner.
Yeah, there's no way the bonnet's just popped up without anything. No. The mechanics will have a quick look, and they'll see if they can just get through the race with some tank tape for now, just to pin it back down. They don't need to access the engine, so as long as they secure it good enough, that's okay. Strategy-wise, I can't see them being able to do anything. There's no point changing fuel, putting tyres on it just yet. So let's hope that there's a safety car later in the race for that.
Indeed so, as Engel leads Bortolotti with the gap going up again to 11 tenths of a second, although the fastest lap is the McLaren of Marvin Kirkhoff now that runs in fifth.
Okay, so after 3 laps, Engel 1.1 ahead of Bortolotti, Jules Gagnon. Okay, so just from observing this, there isn't much happening in the way of like battling. I think things have settled pretty much by now, and for the most part, the cars, as BOP is meant to make it anyway, the cars are very similar in pace and everything. So I'm gonna skip 30 minutes in, so this would be, well, in fact, half 5. I'm gonna skip to that point and see where the cars are. 5 hours 30 minutes rather, not half 5. And we'll see, yeah, we'll see just what the positions are and what changes may have happened. See if we can find something out that way. Number 32, would be nice if they could show us the top 10 sometime soon.
And it's whipping the rain in from the med in these real small cloud clusters, and they can be pretty heavy from the rain that we've had today. But just to go back on that Arjun Guven point, the gap to the car in front of Gunon is the biggest gap of any car on the field, all the way down to 45th place. So that car is struggling for pace and is holding up all of these cars behind, who are forming a bit of an orderly queue, but racing drivers
okay,
do not like.
So we still have Engel, although McDonald passed Bortolotti. I wonder when this happened. Gagnon, number 4. So, yep. So there's our race winner still at number 9. Okay, so let's. I'm really starting to feel bad for this gold car, because clearly they were doing really well.
And I was about to say they can't get past, but now Sandy Mitchell does have a go at Lebose. Guven just about able to close the door. Sandy Mitchell forced up the curb. Yeah, I mean, okay, that Porsche hasn't got great pace, but it's only now that Sandy Mitchell is in a position where he can properly attack. So
All right, let's watch this battle at least.
Yes, the car doesn't look as quick as some of those around, but nobody has gone storming past him and pulled away yet.
Yeah, he's losing 8/10 of a second to the front four, so that Porsche is getting worse pace-wise, if anything, as well. And that's why we're seeing this bottling up effect. And if Mitchell doesn't get it done, then Gachet will get on the back of Mitchell and say, if you're not going to do the job, then I'll do it for you. And then that will fall down all the way down the order to Wirtz, to Muller, to maybe even Albunkum getting on the back of the
Pull
podium.
out.
And then all the way back to Vermeulen and Aston Martin. Mitchell to the outside. Can he get it
Oh,
done? No. It was a good idea, but didn't quite have the overspeed in the mid part of the corner to get the overlap, to claim the apex. And here comes the McLaren to the inside, 3 wide. This could be a change for 6th position.
Let's have a look, because under braking then, down the inside dives the McLaren, almost leans on the Lamborghini. Sven Muller in the Porsche behind, waiting to find his gap. Aenshin Guven gets a free ride for a couple of corners, and actually Muller is going to be the beneficiary, the real optimist, round the outside then of the McLaren of Simon Gachet, the Retronic Racing Porsche on the outside line, and he's done it. Mega move by Muller. He'd worked his way past Charles Wirtz anyway, and now...
okay. So this is Guven in number 5, who's effectively holding up every single person from 5 backwards. Built quite a train, and now we've got a gap. So from Engel, from Engel to McDonald, 2 seconds, 2, 2, and then 6. So this gap here is basically just growing from number 5 downwards. Once again, number 9 is still sitting pretty, so it tells me that Charles Wirtz was pretty much just holding things steady. And I am looking forward to see when exactly this suddenly changed. I'm thinking that it's just going to be a game of pit stops pretty much. So a strategy game more than anything. The Porsche isn't showing great pace. That could just be the driver. The Lamborghini itself seems to be pretty decent with pace, but just not fast enough to cleanly overtake the Porsche. So that's something to look out for. And yeah, the Mercedes, Mara Engel seems to be doing pretty good. So this could just be a case of drivers, really, a battle of drivers and strategy more than the cars themselves. Now, on paper, the BMW being the winner does say that the BMW is pretty strong, of course, but once again, that could just be a case of the actual strategies themselves, pretty much created by the teams. I need to change up my energy a little bit. My gosh, I'm boring.
There was one Porsche is struggling, the yellow and blue Retronic Porsche, double gain because he's got ahead of a BMW and then a McLaren.
So, sizable gap. Let me go back here. Sizable gap with the leading 4. They are all pretty close to each other. And let's see how big this train is before we see another gap of cars. So basically number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then a little bit of a gap between them.
Through the corner there was insane. Going round the outside at 6 was strong, but as what I predicted, Mitchell didn't get the job done. So then Gachet got on the front foot, which then turned into him being on the back foot, and that's
right. I think it might be good to see which cars are the fastest in a straight line. See who benefits the most, which car benefited the most from that back straight onto this side. So if I can possibly find a sector split, sector 1, 2, and 3 split, and then just see which car was the first at the first sector, first in the middle sector, and then first in the final sector. And Paul Ricard is basically a track that is pretty helpful to see how cars handle different corners, because it's got pretty much every sort of corner you need. It's got hairpins, it's got chicanes, long straight, and some fast and medium speed cornering as well. So yeah, if I can get in fact, let me have a look at let me keep this up. I'm gonna have a look at the sector splits, if they exist. And let me see. Okay, so is there Is there sector splits in this? No, it just tells the entire race or lap time. Oh, that would have been nice to see. So Paul Ricard. Okay. Right. Oh. Um. Here we are. Where are you? Okay, now keep this here. Okay, so on the GTWC website, let's see. So track information, circuit length. So from the start line, I've got a sort of medium speed corners. Then we get a bunch of slow speed corners going into medium speed and the long straight. So sector 1 has a handful of medium, a couple of slow corners. Sector 2 is basically just a few mediums, or 2 really, and then the longest straight. So this point here, it would be nice to see sector split times actually. So that might mean I might need to watch the qualifying times and seeing sector 1, sector 2, and sector 3 would show which cars are fastest, high and medium speeds. And then we'll see which one's the strongest in this third sector. Total number of turns 15. So 5 turns, 2. So literally most of the turns are just in the third sector. So I guess if you're fairly quick in the third sector, your car's pretty good on grip and yeah, slow speed turns. I could be way off there. Okay, so I'll come back to the qualifying rather. So I'll go back to qualifying, but for now I'm just gonna continue to observe how number 9 did.
2015 in the Nissan days, but Bob Neville now with McLaren, and it's going to be Tommy Foster, new to the championship, and Reece Barr doing the other driving stints. Charles Weerts, new co-drivers for him, Ugo de Wilde, and Kelvin van der Linde coming back to WRT, so there's a bit of gelling going on there. You can never rule out WRT, so that car, I'm still convinced, is going to be getting there towards the end of the race. The lead gap in the meantime between Mauro Engel and Dean McDonald is now 1.8 seconds. Marco Bortolotti, it is.
Okay, so right, wait, so the 58 made 6 positions. So it's 526 and 36. So 6 positions from number 58. 6 positions. 9 positions for the Ford. And then 6 for the Aston. So I'm tempted to have a look and see what the start was like for this 58.
Them harder these.
Chris is the quality. So the on the gantry are red when the lights go green, like the blue touch paper. We are racing, and a good start is made by Engel.
Right. So number 58, where is it? Is it you?
Slots in behind him as they drop down towards turn one.
Yeah, number 58.
Dive up the inside as they come then 3-4 wide in the mid-pack into the braking zone. Engel will lead Gunon. Bortolotti just gets up the inside in third.
I missed it. Dang it.
The good start is made by Engel. Gunon forgets speed. We are racing, and a good start is made by Engel.
Is it you?
Gunon slots in behind him as
Okay.
they drop down towards turn one. Others on their toes trying to dive up the inside as they come then 3-4 wide in the mid-pack into the braking zone. Engel will lead Gunon. Bortolotti just gets up the inside in third place then as the cars wriggle their way. 1 or 2 run wide, and now down they head towards turn 3 for the first time. Those that are off the road eventually get themselves back on, but Engel, a tidy start, he's going to lead.
Really went, didn't he? And Gunon had to tuck in early. No major contact through the first 2 corners. What have we got here? Rover BMW running wide. Big snap of oversteer for one of the Aston Martins there against the Falcon Horse one inside of turn 6. They're still all clean at the moment. Come to you car pushing the AF course and look at them 4-5 wide, streaming all the way back through to the final part of this 60 car field nearly.
So the cars charge on to the Mistral straight for the first time. Our 2 pit starters have joined in. But at the moment, Mauro Engel is getting away, is he not? Because he's building a gap over Bortolotti, who is up now in...
So yeah, 58 was just on it. Where did they start? 59 started 4th. 58 started 8th. So McDonald out here just took 6 places like it was nothing. Gonna skip further ahead.
If towards the end of your allotted time there is...
Right.
Instantly see, unless it's debris, quite why the yellows were... Like 96 Porsche, like 32 BMW, starting to look a little bit different.
The drivers pick their points as the light fades. Some drivers love the darkness. It really is like a tunnel effect. As when you're in there, all you can see is the track. There's no external influences. You can see how bright the lights are on the cars, just with the headlight flash from Sven Muller there, just trying to catch the eye of Sandy Mitchell into scene. Dirty but fair move, that one, as a driver. You really don't, you're not proud of it, but you can't think of a better idea than you just do it, basically. But he's given Sandy the hurry up. He was like, mate, you've been stuck behind this Porsche now for 35 minutes. If you're not the man for the job, let me through and I'll do the job for us.
And interesting as well to contrast the pace, compare the pace of the 2 Porsches, because certainly Muller is on the attack. Now, yeah, Guven's pace might be being slightly compromised because he's having to defend, but if he had good pace, he wouldn't be defending, he'd be pulling away.
Yeah, exactly, and you've got to try and break that cycle as Muller looked to the inside of Mitchell. Mitchell gave him the space, but they're both going to lose time there, and again, that's going to give Guven 5/6 of a second, so probably half a lap of respite. Is that his chance to break free? Muller's going to try and go round the outside here at turn number 1. What's Mitchell going to do? Can he force him wide onto the dirty part of the track, or is Muller going to send it? Muller thinks better. He's going to pull over to the left hard to try and get the cutback now, to try and get the inside into turn number 3. He's not got the speed to get it done. Mitchell covers the inside. Muller just keeps his foot nailed to the floor. Now on the outside again. It's a long way round here into turn number 3. Tucks it back in. Is he going to send it down the inside to the next right-hander at 6? Now, pop to the inside. Mitchell looked like he covered it well, but Arjen Guven still has that gap.
And has extended the gap, because now that it's Mitchell having to go defensive, that gives Guven a free ride for a couple of corners. Also, Gachet is coming under attack from Charles Weert, so I know they're a long way back from the leaders, but cars now, like 96 Porsche, like 32 BMW, starting to look a little bit different in terms of their pace. So as the cars now head down the Mistral, yellow lights were flashing there.
Right, so the yellow came out of nowhere.
Yes, we've got a yellow in that sector. So the yellow flags are being shown. Now let's try and work out for who. So up towards Senior they come, and Arjen Guven's Porsche clears that part of the racetrack. I can't instantly see, unless it's debris, quite why the yellows were shown. So there's a yellow in that sector. Keep an eye to that as we work lap number 19. So Engel leads the way, 1.7 seconds through Dean McDonald. Charles Weert's trying to get up the inside of Simon Gachet. Big flash of the lights, but that's out of frustration more than anything else, because Gachet, quite rightly, is fighting for position.
Yeah, and it'd be interesting to see what this yellow flag is for. We haven't seen an eye of it at the moment, but Sector 2 is pretty much only turn 6, 7 and the Mistral as we go to another battle between the Mustang and the Audi, and then we've got the Corvette to the inside. There's 2 American muscle cars against that little Audi, and let me tell you, that Audi isn't small. No. Those other 2 cars are big. Is the Mustang doing well pace-wise? It's been in a rhythm, but we're hearing reports it's not being the most stable car. Is it working its rear tyre a bit too hard? Is it going to be starting to oversteer? The driver can, of course, change the traction control there. Schumacher.
So 5:22.
Now looks like it's also on the front foot. This battle pack really, again,
Or even say 5:25.
Style, isn't he? And that's the problem with GT racing. The overtaking
Yellow
is hard. You can catch up, but the overtaking is not easy.
David Schumacher in the yellow
sector.
Mustang, number 65, 24 Corvette behind is Mathis Lismont.
Early race.
The championship Stellar Motorsport entry. Still looking good. And
From observation.
26th place overall. So down they drop towards turn 3. Mustang, another of the cars that runs in the Silver Cup. Silver at the minute being led by Finlay Hutchison.
Given.
Still that yellow flag being shown in sector 2, and that's the reason it is a McLaren that stopped. I wonder if that's 59 again. It's Marvin Kirchhoff that's rejoined, but not for very long. So 59 McLaren has ground to a halt. That's day down surely now.
Yeah, he was on an out lap and he's out of the race lap now.
Okay, garage 59. There we go.
The yellows are out to cover them, but not sure where they're going to be able to recover that car too. It's out of the way enough.
Garage 59.
Shot there. The marshal's parked his car up the
Car
area.
59.
Not to need a full course yellow, and I assume
Retired.
yellows out for a few laps. Let all the drivers know where that car is, rescind the yellows, and then recover the car when they can under another full course yellow if we get one in the remaining 5 hours and 20 minutes to go. But yeah, just watching the lead battle as well. The last few laps, Dean McDonald has been quicker than Engel, so that's now down to a second, that gap. Dean McDonald still the fastest driver, and it looks like we've gone full course yellow. Yes, the car's slowing down to 80 kilometers an hour. So yeah, the race control deciding that car isn't in a safe enough place, and it's going to be a pretty quick full course yellow, it would be my imagination.
Yeah, it depends really. As long as they've got the recovery vehicle in place, the longer a full course yellow goes, the closer you get towards a safety car, because the tyre temperature
5:20.
then to remove number 59 McLaren, and the race control team will be keeping an eye on this to
Full course yellow.
make sure that it doesn't take too long. But the reason to go safety car at the end of it is to let the cars go faster, because you can go quicker under a safety car than a full course yellow, and therefore
80 kilometers an hour when it hits 0. So you've got to work out what speed I'm doing live and what I need to get down to 80 at the right time. You could actually see the Porsche, the brake dust coming out as we see some cars boxing. This is slightly off strategy. At the moment, I can't see how you get to the end of the race without being very lucky. The maximum stint time is 62 minutes, 61 minutes and 59 seconds to be precise. So with that, you just don't have the margin to get it back. They've pitted nearly 20 minutes early with 4 more stops after this one and only been able to recover 8 minutes effectively. They need a full course yellow pit stop where you can pit 5 minutes later than that, so 67 minutes. So that's a roll of the dice for both that Come To You Aston and the Boutsen VDS Merc.
Yes, you have what's called an extended driving stint. So if towards the end of your allotted time there is...
Where the car is the delta. So because they're nearly at the end of the pit straight, that Guven battle, they've got to slow down more. It's more of a delta
Okay,
time.
I'll go to 5.
Whether we're going to have yet another interruption to get it out of the way as we approach
5 hours to go.
Start to alter pit strategies to a touch. There you've got Sven Muller just tagging the back slightly of Sandy Mitchell's Lamborghini as they concertina into the Village Dupont. Over the line comes, deep breath, Guven, Mitchell, Muller, then Gachet, then Wirtz. That gets you down to 9th place. Wirtz has just got away a little bit from Alex Buncombe now. The real mover here, the one that's on his toes, is Sven Muller. He's fed up looking at the back of Sandy Mitchell's car, and he knows, as he's made the point a few laps back, that if Mitchell can't get past Guven, he wants to give it a try himself.
I'm mildly convincing myself that Muller's actually been a wingman for Guven here, both Porsche factory drivers. I think he's trying to distract Mitchell to save Mitchell overtaking Guven at times. It's a wingman situation where I just can't see why he's being so aggressive.
Retronic, that's the Retronic 96, and let me just make sure here. So the Retronic 96 came second. So
even though the Porsches come out of different teams, but yeah, it could be for manufacturer points. So
this right here, that's interesting.
As there you can see the 2 race leaders almost together now, half a second between them.
Okay.
Through the traffic they come, getting past number 15 BMW.
Interesting. So gold versus. Okay, so at 508 we've got race leader.
So together they run. Dean McDonald has done a really good job in this stint, of course. He started 8th on the grid, and here he is looking for the race lead. Engel, last year champion. We go full course yellow again. So full course yellow called. That's going to be for McLaren number 5. Yeah, just going to say Dean McDonald on the back of Mario Engel, last year's overall champion, last year's sprint champion, and full course yellow for the 2nd time in the race now.
Is anyone going to pit? The pit window for me is just open. You could get to the end of the race if you took this full course yellow pit. It would be a risk. I wouldn't expect anyone inside the top 15, maybe 20 to take it. But if you're out of that, then maybe it's worth a roll of the dice. We're 52.5 minutes into a stint here. The teams will be working. You can see some of the mechanics bringing tyres to the front of the garage. Who was in a position to take it? I think anyone outside the top 10 could have made pit entry after the full course yellow was called. It's going to be short. Are you going to get your service done? Kessel get their car in. I think that's a smart move. Looks like there's another Audi coming in from Santalok there as well. This is going to really lighten up the pit lane. First pitter is Eigen Guven. I'm not surprised. Sven Muller and Charles Wirtz. And the car is out the way, so this could be going back to green. Let's have a look. So a bit of smoke there in the left-hand side. Something a bit strange there, because then he carries on for nearly nearly a full lap, to where he was broken down. So I don't get that. And yes, pit lane is open
and busy.
I think this favours everyone outside the top 6. The first 2 couldn't have boxed. They were too far gone to get into pit lane. And this
Okay, first proper event right now. So we have got the number 32 pitting at 5:06:40. So that is 5:06. I'll put 5:07. Number 32 hits under full course yellow. What position will they come out?
first 2 couldn't have boxed. They were too far gone to get into pit lane. And this full course yellow is going to be out before they come back round, is my prediction.
And we're doing driver changes as well in some cases. Wits, for example, in 32 BMW was given away to Kelvin van der Linde. There is Ferrari number 50.
Right, okay. 32 pits under full course yellow, and driver swaps to KVL. Kelvin van der Linde. So let's see if Kelvin made the difference.
That's Charles Wits now helping Kelvin van der Linde in. New tyres, full tank of fuel, full service if you like here for the pit stop.
We are a team. Row.
Only the two mechanics to do the tyre changes. There's number 51 Ferrari, Alessio Rivera at the wheel. Refueling being completed, and that car will drop down. We've also had in Marco Sorensen in Aston Martin number 7. That's been quite understated thus far. Guven tumbling down the order as well, but your position in the pits depends which side of the line you are as to whether you're before the timing line or the other side of it.
Yeah, we went green 45 seconds ago, so it was a halfway house. There was an advantage, so if there's not another full course yellow for the lead 4 cars, they're going to fall down the order, maybe even outside the top 10 to cars that got half of their pit stop done at 80k. The average speed of these cars over a lap's over 160 kilometers an hour, so you're effectively losing half the amount of time while you're sat still there. All cars have to be connected 43 seconds on the fuel rig, so no advantage to any manufacturer there.
Dean McDonald then on his toes. Now we've gone green. As I say, he wants the race leads. We know how good Dean McDonald is from previous seasons in GT World Challenge. He's up behind the man that was overall champion last year, Mauro Engel, and we'll start to work out where possibly he can make the move into turn 1 in a moment. There's a Ferrari up the road they're going to have to cope with as well. Engel pulls to the inside there to try to get himself up past, but he can't do it, and that means that Dean McDonald is right on his tail. Two very different ways of getting around the GT3 initiative here. The front-engined Mercedes, the rather more aero-friendly, perhaps McLaren, which looked really quick on this part of the racetrack down towards turn 3, nose to tail. There's no way to get past there. There just is not the room. Dean McDonald up the curb, clear the traffic. Engel knows exactly.
So number 58, Dean McDonald, is actually pressuring Mauro Engel. What level driver is Dean McDonald? That's a question I'm going to ask. What level driver is Dean McDonald?
Probably not helped by the dirty air of that Ferrari 296 in front, then has to go full defensive. It's getting past, that's McDonald looking to the outside there now. Where's this going to go? Through C.
Here they come, side by side, inside Engel, outside Dean McDonald. Mauro Engel's got the shorter line, so he's still got the place. Dean McDonald now needs to try to get up the inside if he can into Lebose or force an error out of Engel, which is done. Still leads the way.
Top of the Mananoji.
Can he get it up the inside? No, McDonald thought about it, nose chopped off. So although Engel did go a little bit deep, he's still able to hang on in there. He comes out the other side, still ahead. Mirko Bortolotti, by the way, still third. Jules Gounon is fourth. Mitchell is up to fifth. Gachet is sixth. Seventh is Alex Buncombe now. Eighth is Vermeulen. Ninth is Arthur Leclerc. And 10th is Maxime Robin. And Ayrton Guven is 22nd after his pit stop. Sven Muller is 23rd after his pit stop. And cars being retrieved from around the circuit. 2 full course yellows we've had, both for a McLaren.
Yeah, and one of the McLarens that got turned around at the start, Ramos, was hit by 19, the GRT Grasser car, so that's got a 10-second penalty added to its next stop. So that's our first misdemeanor of the year out of the way. So race control reviewed that and said, you caused the collision, you get the penalty.
And again, Engel's car slides its way from turn 2, and you can't blame the Ferrari this time. So there, the car is looking nervous. Mauro Engel's able to catch it. We heard about Jules Gounon's travails in the get-speed Mercedes early on. Now, towards the end of the opening stint, Engel looks like he's struggling a little bit, and the car goes deep there, coming out of turn number 5. So This is giving renewed optimism to Dean McDonald, and all of a sudden that Mercedes looks nervous.
Really doesn't. Is it the tyre pressure? Has it gone? Has he worked the tyre too hard? He was so fast out the box for the stint.
Yeah.
If he stays in for a second stint, he knows now, maybe I just need to take a percent out of that at the start and look after this tyre for its full stint, because that car has definitely used its rear tyre. They're going to get to finish this lap plus one more. Is McDonald going to risk a move? Is he going to want to go for glory? Does he want to lead this 59 car field?
Yes, he does. Yes, he will. And yes, to the outside line. Here they come. He tried it there a lap ago and it didn't work. But what he was able to do is at least have a look on the inside at the next corner at Le Beausset. Here they come. Down towards that double apex right. Engel arrives at that corner a little bit further ahead. How deep does he go this time? Again, wider than the McLaren, but McDonald not able to send it up the inside through the corner. So Mario Engel on lap 29 still leads the way. Dean McDonald there in second spot. With all due deference to that McLaren, I'm not sure it's going to be fighting for race honours over the course of 6 hours. It's a Gold Cup car, that's the prerogative. And Adam Smalley and Louis Pret may not have quite the same pace as Dean McDonald.
Yeah, but would Kirchhoffer he was in front of McDonald with a bit more pace, in my opinion.
Would, could, on it goes, if. But yeah, it's a real shame for that car, because you're seeing here down they come towards turn one. The gap last time was 0.367 of a second when they crossed the stripe. This lap, 0.492. So tiny gain by Engel. And we've got a minute and a few seconds of the first hour to go. So pit stops at the end of this lap potentially.
Yeah, they've got to pit at the end of this lap, otherwise they will go over.
Okay, so Dean McDonald. That's Garage 59. So I'm gonna have a little look here at Garage 59. Let's have a look at Garage 59. Drivers. $2025. Right, so that's Dean McDonald right there. So GT World Cup Challenge Europe Endurance Cup. Right, so Dean McDonald's actually just in the endurance races. Can't know anymore, no? Okay. I see. Okay, so the winners behind the wheel. Garage 59 has an inevitable roll call of racing drivers who have competed for the team winning races and competitions all over the world. Read on to find out. Okay, so this is just setting up for this page. Mouse. What is mouse? Oh. Dang. Founded in 2013, our passion and appreciation for classic automobiles have led to the creation of Mouse Motors LLC. Dang. Okay, not to get too sidetracked, of course, but that's interesting. Right. So they don't have information or links to the actual drivers themselves. That would have been nice to see, to actually have, because I want to find out more about this Dean McDonald guy. Don't know if he is classified a gold driver or if he actually is a higher level, but then the other two brings it down to gold. I'm not 100% sure of the rules when it comes to the teams. And heart racing engines, okay. Design created by late great Brian Hart. Right. Interesting. Okay, Dean McDonald. I will look him up. Oh, he's a 2000 baby. Here's me feeling old. So, date of birth, social media. Will let me go on his Instagram? Okay, so this was pole position in class and P8 overall for the first qualifying of the year. Solid start. Let's have a good one tonight. And then strong pace, but a small problem resulted in us not finishing. Rocket of a car onto the next one. So the car was good. Oh, did they get to the nighttime? I will have a look to see just. I like this livery. But what class is he? Driving around in circles was nice. Okay. What class is he? Is the question. Let's see, race categories. GTWC. Classification. Racing the season GTR Challenge Endurance Cup Success Pro Am Cup and GT4. So in 2019, finished third in British GT Championship GT4. In 2022, finished first. That was the Pro Am Cup. Again, would be nice to just have some information somewhere to say that this guy is gold, this guy is bronze, whatever it may be. That, or I might just need to read up on the rules once again about who can be in what team. Full season. So Adam Smalley, Louis Pret. Okay, at the end of the day, just have to put it down to Dean McDonald is rapid as heck to push Merrill Engel all the way like that. But given a good race, it's an absolute shame if technical gremlins actually got in the way in the end. I'm gonna skip a little bit further ahead. So we're at 5 minutes. Oh yeah, that reminds me actually. Where's number 32? 23. Um, the Wild. Number 32 is 23 in position. That was Vanderlinde.
To where he was broken down, so I don't get that in the S pit lane is open.
And
this,
busy.
I think this favours everyone outside the top 6. The first two couldn't have boxed. They were too far gone to get into pit lane. And this full course yellow is going to be out before they come back round, is my prediction.
And we're doing driver changes as well.
Stint, he knows now, maybe I just need to take a % out of that at the start and look after this tyre for its full stint, because that car has definitely a move. Is he going to want to go for glory? Does he want to lead this 59?
But McDonald and Adam Smalley and Louis Pret may not have quite the for Garage 59. Great news for McLaren, but it does put advantage Porsche right now, and the Winwood Racing Mercedes has got a lot to do now, because it is going to be Guven ahead of Muller, and there Dean McDonald, number 58.
The Wild, number 32.
The McLaren has also jumped angle on the pit stop, so 58.
Okay, so what I need to do right now is to confirm the Wild. Who the heck is the Wild? 32. Ah, right, Hugo de Wild. It wasn't Kelvin van der Linde. So it did not change to van der Linde. It changed to the Wild. Okay, I don't know him. Exposing myself there. The Wild. So this is Jules Gagnon didn't make any stop. Effectively, that means that they were actually 10th after stops, technically. Okay, so Gagnon.
Gains the place. That's great news for Garage 59. Great news for McLaren, but it does put advantage Porsche right now, and the Winwood Racing Mercedes has got a lot to do now, because not only is it down to 5th, it's a distant 5th. Guven leads the way.
Porsche and Porsche.
Porsche's timed it right by coming in under the full course yellow.
Yeah, they negated that 14 seconds they were behind 4th place, let alone Engel.
Jules Gagnon's into pit now.
Engel was blocked in. He couldn't release out of his pit box because McDonald was already in the fast lane. So it is real up and down. So now the leader of this race, net, I think once everyone has done their pit, is going to be Guven. What have you been saying about Guven for the last hour? He's got no pace. He's holding everyone up. He's now leading the race.
Okay, so annoyingly, these timings are absolutely awful, because I've just noted down that obviously the Wild is P11 without Gagnon having stopped, but 2 seconds later it's now showing that he's P6. You can't keep up.
This time, there he is. It may be a lap too late. And also Muller behind the wheel of the Porsches. Engel gets himself. Guven leads. This is second. Number 96, the Rutronic Racing car, Klaus Graf's team, with Sven Muller at the wheel.
Yeah, Gagnon finally leaves the box, but I think that's going to be a race control message of stint time exceeded, and it'd be interesting to see what the penalty is for that as he finally leaves the pit lane. Was that a miscommunication or was that a strategy call? But I can't see the positive in it. Dean McDonald, purple sector 3. Now he's in front of Engel. I think he's got a lot of pace as we see to the inside there. That was Bortolotti's car, wasn't it? Is he still in the car? I'm just looking now, and it's gone to Engsler. So he's inherited that one, and Gagnon there had to yield as the car was already on track.
I thought I'd seen a driver crouched down by the side of Gagnon's car, which made me think it was Jules getting out, but it's still his name being shown against 17. So maybe there was thought of a driver change, and Jules said, no, it's all right, I'll stay in. It's still his name shown against 17. If it updates, we'll tell you as the leaders then, lights are flashing. Guven from Muller, from McDonald, come up to the traffic then. Dean McDonald finds himself one place worse off than he was when he pitted, third, but we know that car's got good speed, so nobody got past Guven in the first stint really once he settled into a rhythm. Muller still trying to find a way through. Dean McDonald absolutely on his toes, charging. Muller thinks about the inside line, but look, not only are the back markers up the road, but the back markers are squabbling amongst themselves. This is a real heart-in-mouth scenario now for Guven, because he can't afford to lose a tenth of a second, and yet he doesn't want to get caught up in a drama.
And that's why he's flashing his headlights, because he's trying to warn McDonald, trying to go around the outside of Muller, who's going to be there on the exit. Muller says, no, thank you. This corner is mine. The outside, hard to make work on a long radius corner like that. That gives Guven a split second, but these cars are going to start holding them up. They're only in the 57 lap time, so 2 seconds a lap slower. McDonald to the outside, he's got a run there, but there's really not much of a break zone. Muller, super defensive here, and this is giving Guven a chance, but still no pace. They're all getting held up. It's going to concertina up. McDonald to the inside of Muller, Guven to the inside of that red Ferrari. McDonald gets the job done.
Goes second then, so nice pass.
Right, so McDonald back up to third. So he lost 2 places after pitting, but he's taken 1 place back. Merrill Engels now 4th, and De Wild is 32. Oh, it's now 5th. So at this point, safe to say that McDonald is ridiculous. And running that high in gold is pretty good. So race pace looks to be good. I'm just going to note the fact that, let's see, so the 2 Porsches running strong. Like at this point, everyone's pitted. And we've got 1 bronze at 21, who is Blattner. What team is that? Number 74. Number 74 is Kesso Racing. Kesso Racing won the bronze, didn't they? Kesso Racing, yeah. So number 74, Kesso Racing, finished 26th. So, yeah, good going for them. And I'm going to skip to 4:30. See if there's any changes.
That car particularly. Been in, or are you still waiting? You did the first stint, didn't you?
Do I look that fresh?
If there's anything that is interesting, I will go back to it.
How's it going for you?
There was
Just trying to finish a whole 6-hour race within the next hour or so is a bit tough.
We started P17. I think we boxed about P17, so we took the FCY pit stop. So I think everything's a little bit mixed up at the moment. So
Okay, I need to find when car 58 went into first place. Let's see. Right, actually was basically pretty close to it.
As now, Porsches are 1 and 2. Guven leads. This is second. Number 96, the Rutronic racing car, Klaus Graf's team, with Sven Muller at the wheel.
Wait, is that a second stop?
Guven finally leaves the box, but I think
Oh, no, I've only gone back way too far.
So, Jules Gunon staying in 17 and still clear.
My bad.
they are batting for their own business. Race is over, and it's a nice aggressive stance to have.
Now the Ferraris are starting to look a bit more racing.
Yeah, it's cooling off. Is it?
Okay, I'm gonna go back to when he passes Rutronic.
These cars are going to start holding them up.
I was literally at the good part and then I skipped.
McDonald to the outside. He's got a run there, but there's really not much of a break zone. Muller super defensive here, and this is giving Guven a chance, but still no pace. They're all getting held up. It's going to concertina up. McDonald to the inside of Muller. Guven to the inside of that red Ferrari. McDonald gets the job done.
Goes second there.
Right.
Nice pass.
My bad. So I was thinking that he was going for third there. He was actually second.
For the race lead as they come over the timing line, absolutely nose to tail. That McLaren looking really racy right now. Guven is on the defensive yet again, but I think Dean McDonald may do it at turn 1. He's on the outside line. That will be the inside for 2. Can't do it.
Brave.
Elbows out. Guven defends. Muller fighting back as well. In 4th place is Engel, but he is 1.6 seconds back as now Muller tries to get back up the inside as they drop down towards turn 3. He's got the inside line, but has he got the place? No. McDonald fends him off. Guven still there. You think this was lap 1, wouldn't you? Not lap 33, which is what we run at the moment. And there are back markers up the road. And Engel wants to try to get up with them after not a great stop and not having the pace at the moment to come charging along behind them. He needs them to squabble. He's also got to get that Ferrari out of the way. But he needs the top three to delay one another. The fastest lap of the race, by the way, a Ferrari. Alessio Rivera, 9th in number 51. He's done the fastest lap last time around. So now the Ferraris are starting to look...
51 is the fastest.
Cooling off as it coming towards
Before this battle continues, so yet to pit is the Wild, Star, Farfest. So Gugnon's pit was the second pit, penalty.
the Ferrari. Great aggressive driving from Guven, not letting McDonald round the outside. Then McDonald slamming shut the door on Muller. It was always fun racing against the Porsche. You know their radiators are right in that front bumper. So you just turn across the front of them and say, if you hit me, your race is over. And it's a nice aggressive start. Just so much back market traffic. And you've got to remember all of these guys are racing themselves. So yes, they're getting lapped, but they are battling for their own positions. So they are not willing to jump out of the way.
Another car that's gained on the pit stops, 32 BMW. Charles Wirtz relayed Ugo de Wilde. It was Kelvin van der Linde's name that came up at once.
How long can McDonald race though?
Behind the wheel, and it's 5th. Luca Engschler in for Bortolotti 6th. The Gunon is 7th, and he dropped back a place on that last lap. So Jules Gunon staying in 17 and still clearly not happy.
Going on the other side again, dive bombing in the middle. Oh, tell.
There's the McLaren, clashes up the inside of a back marker Porsche. Guven off the racetrack and back on, but McDonald will lead despite the contact. Guven had to get out of the way of all of it. So McDonald is the new race leader in the McLaren. He goes through 2/10 up on Guven. Muller is 3rd. That was really aggressive by Dean McDonald. It was probably the only roll of the dice he had, wasn't it?
Committed early though, he was already round the outside. He was only trying to do Guven, but then it Constantine it up and he slammed into the side of that Porsche. I wonder if there's going to be any damage to the front left tyre, wheel, suspension on that McLaren. The splitter potentially. It was an aggressive move. The Porsche lives to fight another day, but is that going to be race control looking at that?
Maybe. McDonald thinks about a move on the inside of Virage Dupont, and this time...
Okay, so that is contact at 4:52. So number 58. Contact at 4:52. Contact to lead V1. Although now I am slightly sidetracked by the fact that I'm watching McDonald, but who I should really still be watching. I'm supposed to be keeping tabs on number 32, but this is a lot more interesting. So he's number 5 now. So at 5:52, or 4:52 rather. 4. Oh, I've done it again. $4.52. Where are you?
Number 51. He's done the fastest lap last time around. So now the van der Linde's name that came. Engschler in for Bortolotti 6th.
What happened to Manfilter though?
Still clearly not happy as again McDonald thinks about a move on the inside of Virage Dupont, and this time goes for it. There's contact though. There's the McLaren, clashes up the inside of a back marker Porsche. Guven off the racetrack and back on.
So there's Manfilter.
Despite the contact, Guven had to get out of the way of all of it. So McDonald is the new race leader in the McLaren. He goes through 2/10.
Okay, so at 4:52, we number 32 P5. Number 32 is P5. Number, which one is, there's again 48, is P4. And this tracks with number 48. Yep, yep. So, yeah.
Ends up on Guven. Muller is third. That was really aggressive by Dean McDonald. It was probably the only roll of the dice he had, wasn't it?
Committed early though, he was already round the outside, he was only trying to do Guven, but then it concertinaed up and he slammed into the side of that Porsche. I wonder if there's going to be any damage to the front left tyre, wheel, suspension on that McLaren, the splitter potentially. It was an aggressive move. The Porsche lives to fight another day, but is that going to be race control looking at that? Maybe. For an incident? It caused a collision. If there wasn't too much damage, maybe they get away. The 8 Kessel dives out the way, but that was aggression personified, wasn't it?
It was Antares Au's Porsche, I think, wasn't it? The blue Retronic car. Here it is again, as you see the big dive up the inside.
Oh, gosh.
Porsche, and Antares Au survives, and Guven had to get around the outside of all of them. Right, all of a sudden, Mauro Engel's busy again. Look.
In terms of Manfilter, I don't know if I really care to watch their racing, what's happened to them, so...
But finally, McDonald has done something that nobody else could, pass Guven and get away. This is Engel's view, but he can't do much about the traffic. The BOP still works to make the cars equable, if you like. So he's not got the extra pace to go storming through that.
Calling them Manfilter, Windward Racing.
To our second hour of the 6.
Yeah, it's interesting how it's developing. So this car that led every single minute of the opening stint now bumped down to 4th via a slow pit stop where they blocked in by the McLaren, and then they just lucked out on the strategy that favoured these 2 Porsches. Guven has now been holding Sven Muller up for what feels like 4.5 days, but probably more like 45 minutes. And look, Engel is gaining on them at an alarming rate of knots. This will really up the ante on Muller to get past Guven.
So the Schumacher CLRT Porsche versus the Retronic racing car. Up front though, Dean McDonald, last time having just got the lead, he was 2 tenths of a second clear. And let's see what the gap is now, that he's had a full lap in the lead. There's still more traffic up the road as he gets onto the tail of 81 Mercedes, but he's gone from 2 tenths to 1.6, while Guven just does not seem to have the pace. But he knows how to defend. Guven is a Porsche specialist, make no mistake about that. So is Sven Muller, but Muller can't find a way past him. And Engel, look, is back at the races. He's rejoined that pack. Now, although this is 2nd, 3rd and 4th, this is for the pro, in quotes, class, isn't it? Because it's a Gold Cup car leading out right. So they're squabbling amongst themselves anyway, even if it's only for 2nd, 3rd and 4th places.
Yeah, they really are. And Engel won't be happy. He'll be fired up after losing that lead over through no fault of his own, will be how he's feeling. Will he go into the second stint with
Alright, it's taking a little bit of time. Now something happened here. Let's have a little see what's happening. So McDonald still leading. Given then Muller, Engel, De Wild. Okay, so once again, it is funny to just see gold, then the stream of pros, and then gold again. Really shows that the number 1 car, McDonald, is really overachieving. So it is a shame watching this, knowing that he's basically not going to finish at all. But definitely made quite a good name for himself. Unless he already did, and I'm just discovering it. So whoever he is, I'm a fan. Well done, McDonald. And something happens soon.
Super bright, super annoying when you're that car in front and the car is flashing those lights. There's a few strategies on that. Some drivers actually will run a slightly tinted visor, not a full tint, and they'll keep that down to stop the glare. Some of the teams will actually put a tint on the mirrors themselves so you don't get the dazzle. And some of the cars with a rear view screen will actually also do the same, sometimes some tape as well, just to help the dazzle. It's not as bad around Paul Ricard because it's quite a well-lit circuit, but when you go to Spa, deep in the forest, right in the middle of the night, going onto the inside of Engstler there, looked up Rivera down the inside of Farfus as well. It all kicked off at once there, but I am worried about Engstler's pace. It has really dropped off a cliff. Last lap was a high 56. Is this going to be a 57 from Engstler, being the pace he's running at? 56.9. So that is a concertina effect there as we go back to Guven from Muller. I wonder if these cars are too similar. Muller just doesn't have an answer, even though he's got the pace. Doesn't seem to be able to mount a sustained attack on them.
He's asking if Muller's got an answer, but From what I've seen anyway, Guven has been an absolute menace, just holding people up. Because early on in the race was the same, wasn't it? Where he. Let me see if I can see it through this little thumbnail bit. But he literally held up a whole crowd of people as the top five made, you know, made a nice little buffer.
Huge curveball that sometimes can fall into
Okay, so given what number car is that? Number 22.
side windows.
They
Darker
finished.
tint, that was what I was talking about.
Where did they
Sometimes
finish?
combating the dazzle, the driver
I'm on the
dazzle
wrong car
with the
here.
side mirrors. Engsa really
Yep,
starting to
given.
pick
So
up
they
the
finished
pace.
P11.
Gunon
I think they just didn't have the pace. This is the Pro Cup as well.
and this is a battle that I think
So
could
Rutronic
determine a potential
finished.
podium position towards the end of this race. If
Rutronic finished 6th, and Schumacher CLRT finished 11th. So that's considerable change in pace. So this is 4 hours between 4.5 hours rather between now and then, and fortunes are going to change pretty drastically, I guess.
I'm really interested to see where the Ferrari goes. Guven to the inside of Pulcini. He's got that penalty. Muller doesn't follow through, so that's going to go massively into Guven's favour. I think that gap could potentially grow now up to a second by the end of this lap.
So Dean McDonald it is, 4 seconds to the good. And as we look at other battles going on up and down the order, let's catch up with other drivers that are out of a car or waiting to get in. Aston Martin
Yeah.
driver David Pittard, Maro Engel's Mercedes.
Yeah, and I just can't get over the transformation of lap time.
When do things change?
McDonald just banged in a 56.1 to make his gap up to 4.9.
Number of stints, 2 stints, 2 stints.
Roll here that we just not
Right, so he'll be changing soon.
great battle.
The Wild is a non-stint, non-stint.
And now all he can see is Engel, and that's transformed itself in 1 hour and 45 minutes.
And while all this, I'm the current junior driver, it's something I'm very proud of, and I've got the support of those guys behind me.
From Guven, it is Alessio Picariello who's taken over from Muller, and that is number 112, which had taken over the lead in silver briefly for a number 60 when 60 Lamborghini pitted, but now it drops down the order, of course, as Edgar Morin hands it over. That's the other CSA car. So the shufflings are going on across all the classes because we're into this second round of stops. We've just got to the end of the second hour.
Yep, and just watching a full service here from CSR. So the fuel is the longest part that has.
Words.
It's by the look of it for WRT, Alessio Rivera, Augusto Farfus.
Such a cool atmosphere to be in. Heading out into quali this morning with 60 cars on track. Never gets boring to say the least. Every single session's like a race. So, yeah, I'm still learning in the process.
Take darker on these. The lights are starting to have more. You know, as we look at these Mercedes fighting for 4th place, the lights are starting to have more of an effect. This is a tough part of the race because the Mercedes battle goes on here. Engel versus Gunon. We're heading towards the end of the hour, so more pit stops imminent. Dean McDonald, I'm assuming, is going to give way to Louis Pret, otherwise you're in the wrong place. But Dean has certainly done a great job, hasn't he, up front?
Yeah, Dean's done a mega job. It's quite funny. I just said, "What's Dean had for dinner?" and I've just copied him because whatever he's had has definitely worked. He seems fired up. His start was mega, and you know, we've got good pace in the car. And we've had that all along. It's just been quite nice to actually unleash it this weekend, and especially in this race. As I said, there's still 4 hours 5 minutes left to go, so a very very long way. But at the moment, so far so good. But the objective is no different to any other race. Just got to keep attacking, keep pit stops clean, and yeah, keep moving forward.
An attack he did early on when he got the lead, and there was contact with a Porsche. Did that do anything serious, anything lasting, or just bounce off?
No, I think so far so good. You know, it looks like on the camera, the bronze car obviously didn't see Dean coming and turned in. Dean had nowhere else to go, but fortunately it was a tiny little bit of contact that yeah we got away with. But yeah, at the moment, as I mentioned in the lead, going to swap over to Louis. You know, Louis is really experienced. He's a mega guy. You know, I really rate him. He's always super fast. So hopefully, yeah, he can do a mega job and hand it over to me for the last 2 hours.
More second pit stops are coming. Just
Okay, so there's so in 4:05 we have another pit stop. So 4 or 5. Four or 5. Number 32. Hit stop.
Sven Muller is in, and Guben's given the call. You don't.
Yeah, no, these guys get paid to do our strategy, so it's probably best advice that we listen to them. But no, we do have an influence. We're the ones that
32.
understand the feeling of what's going on inside.
Into your castle walls. None of them can keep playing. 'Cause if I gotta burn, burn, burn it all down, burn it all down.
Just cycling through tyres and fuel, not trying anything out of the ordinary, just trying to keep it fairly standard and hopefully plays into our favour.
And you're going to get the night shift, as it were, through the darkness, where it's probably going to be dark all the time. You're not going to have to adapt. You're thrown into it.
Yeah, I ate my carrots last week, so hopefully I can see what's coming up. But
But that's a challenge, isn't it? Because your reference points aren't there. You've got all these lights, both your headlights. You know, you're getting through traffic. You've got cars behind you. The night shift is a very different one. Let's quickly just mention the fact that as they leave the pit lane, I think the Rowe BMW has gained ground over the WRT car. We'll confirm all that at the end of the lap. But yeah, just a quick word about the night and how different it is in the car and on track.
yeah, it's people don't realise it's not very well lit around here.
Right.
It's although there's the odd floodlight, it's pretty dark around the back section. So yeah, you lose your reference points. So it's sort of adapting to the circumstances and taking it sort of corner by corner, making sure you're back on your braking points, turning points, etc. But also the temperature drops. These cars are massively subjective to the temperature. So yeah, we've got that to deal with, and hopefully we keep that sort of speed up now that we've got.
Excellent. BMW battle going on here. Charles Weerts has got back into 32. Jesse Krohn has taken over the Rover car, and it was the Rover entry ahead. Weerts has got back, but now Jesse Krohn comes out to have a go and try to retake the place. So you've got Formula BMW here. Side by side, they are up towards Scene, and this is a part of the racetrack where you've got to be really brave, haven't you?
Yeah, you've got to be super brave. Approaching this in 6th gear. Now this will be the quickest that we're going all season, approaching this down into here.
Wow.
Especially when you're going inside.
Shout Wirtz, so back to Wirtz.
Sometimes you do have to sort of forgive the position. Remember, you are in a 4-hour race and you've got to sort of live to fight the day.
So Jesse Krohn was the braver, but he goes deep into Le Beausset. Charles Weerts back up the inside. It's like lap 1, isn't it, this? It's actually lap number 59. 2 different teams, same type of car, and it's going to be round the outside. Charles Weerts, nicely done.
Yeah, that was a mega move by him. Yeah, it's definitely not easy to do.
What a move.
Every day, so yeah, fair play for that.
Right, your car is due in, I think. It's coming towards the end of the next stint, isn't it? Because it's about to clock 56 minutes. Adam, we better let you go. Thanks for joining us. Adam Smalley, part of the driving force of the lead car.
Okay.
58 McLaren.
I'm gonna skip another 15 minutes or so.
The next right-hander coming, but
That is just not
To
there.
see.
they've already used 2 of them up. Car in front, the slowest car on track. Pretty detrimental comment from the engineer. But Backler is lacking pace.
Can I see the positions, please?
Past that, and will get himself into a podium position.
But given that we've been saying that 22 Porsche with Guven lacked pace, it's something in the car, isn't it? Because those are drivers that want for nothing. There's something in the setup, there's something in the pace of 22 that is just not there. 96, the sister Porsche, different team, but same type of car. And I see a Picariello. That continues to lead the way, but even that's being caught by Pret. The last lap for Picariello was a 57 and a half. Pret
32,
no, okay.
32, 32, 32, 32.
Now that Charles Weerts is up into 3rd place, he's 11 seconds off the race lead. No wonder his engineer is saying it's a mega job. It really is. For a car that was 9th and didn't look all that flash within the opening stint, now it could well be a potential winner of the race, that car.
Yeah, interesting. 98, the Rover BMW given a 10-second penalty for gaining advantage. I think that's for the Rivera incident at turn 7, 20, 25 minutes ago. Interesting call there.
Quite draconian.
Harsh, in my opinion. Race controller got more views of it than us and would have reviewed that. But I thought Farfus at the time did a good job avoiding an incident. So again,
Right, I feel like so many steps have been missed here.
always easy to make a driver say something stupid when
I have skipped through the video, or big amount of the video, but
163, Marco Mappelli up into 9th place, up into the top 10 now. He's nicking team in the 007 Aston Martin. And the Vulcan horse, Aston, we heard from David Pittard. Well, now Enrique Chavez up into 11th place. Cairoli having to really fight the Mercedes as up towards Le Beausset they come. You're watching Cairoli, that yellow warning light back on. He's taken over the car from Maro Engel. Let's hear the thoughts of Maro. He's in the pit lane with Alex.
Down here with Winwood, Maro Engel. What a start that was. Epic off the line, but my goodness, that was a tough double stint.
Yeah, the beginning was looking quite good, and the car was handling great. Yeah, unfortunately, when the temperatures came down, we just started to collect pickup on the tires, and then it was really tough. A lot of defending, much more than we would have liked. But yeah, we're hanging in there. Hopefully, we can keep going, and maybe some strategy will come towards us.
Is the car okay? It looks like there might be some problems.
No, the car's fine. It's just the tires. For us with the Mercedes, this track, when it cools down, it's always an issue that they start collecting the pickup that's lying around on track, and you can't really get rid of it, and then it's just survival mode after that.
Were you always doing a double stint, or did strategy change and go off script?
No, we stayed on a double stint. That was always the plan.
Thanks, Maro.
So Maro Engel then talking about the fact that it's all down to tyres, the pace of the car ebbing away, and the fact that it's a handful for Cairoli, who is now trying to get himself up through the traffic. Charles Witz has got past Klaus Bachler, so that job done, and now Cairoli trying to do the same.
Yeah, but we saw the big snap from Cairoli. It seemed the next right-hander coming, but Bachler's one was even bigger, and to see a slide like that from a modern GT car through scene is very rare. That car is hard work. The yellow alarm that we're seeing on that 48 car, I'm reliably informed, is a low water pressure alarm, and it's normal for the Mercedes.
Right.
So I think we can discount that as
Towards Le Beausset.
we've given it 10.
He's 22.
Slowest car on 5 minutes of control of the good.
Back on.
Was epic off down.
Car from Maro Engel. Let's hear the thoughts of Maro. He's in the pit lane with Alex.
3:43 Maro Engel interview. 3:43. I'm gonna be right back, and in the meantime I'll put this on. Uh,
Down here with Winwood, Mara,
I'm gonna need to make a be right back slide or something, cause that's unacceptable. Maro Engo interview. There we go. So, it,
Engel. What a start that was. Epic off the line, but my goodness, that was a tough double stint.
Yeah, the beginning was looking quite good, and car was handling great. Yeah, unfortunately, when the temperatures came down, we just started to collect pickup on the tires, and then it was really tough. A lot of defending, much more than we would have liked. But yeah, we're hanging in there. Hopefully, we can keep going, and maybe some strategy will come towards us.
Is the car okay? It looks like there might be some problems.
No, the car's fine. It's just the tires. For us with the Mercedes, this track, when it cools down, it's always an issue that they start collecting the pickup that's lying around on track, and you can't really get rid of it, and then it's just survival mode after.
Aroli's car turning that yellow bumper to white. These modern headlights are so bright. When I first started GT3 racing, the rule was you're only allowed 6 lights, which was quite
Mercedes.
easy to police back then. But now we've gone to LED. It's impossible to police. So these cars are just full of light. It's a wall of light projecting out forwards, which is great for you. But as soon as you get it behind you, it is your worst nightmare for your retinas, and they burn all night long.
Look at the way that Abril's pace has been. Had a couple of slowish laps below the class average, and then the last three will pick
He's
them up.
like, so whatever.
See Cairoli ahead, that spurs him on even more.
You
4 tenths of a second
do
the
so
margin at the
much
start of the lap.
better.
Through senior, they turn. This is lap number 75. And that Ferrari right on the back of the yellow Manfield to Mercedes. There's the speed of the Ferrari. Out wide at Le Bousset goes Abril, but it's when, not if, he's going to get past.
Yeah, Cairoli's got a hard battle here to fight this off. I don't think he's got the pace to answer Abril's attack. That Ferrari just feels like every hour it's crept up 5 positions, hasn't it? And the next position it will inherit is 5th. So is it going to carry on that trend and continue towards the front of this race? We look towards the front. It does look like Louis Pret's pace is very strong out the top 3. He's the guy I think that's got the strongest car underneath him. Gap down to 3.9 seconds. That was 6.5 at the start of the stint. Charles Vert's slightly gaining on him, but not by much. Last lap actually lost a bit. There's the gaps that Abril has been taking out. A tenth, and then 2.5 effectively. So 4 tenths gained on the last 3 laps.
Picariello, in the meantime, is being caught by Pret. 3.9 seconds is the margin.
Okay.
So possibly traffic, but Louis Pret certainly is having a very impressive drive.
Yeah, that last lap was his best lap of the stint. Not the car's best, but his best. So that's not bad pace at all. That's under a second off Dean McDonald, and everyone else is more than that off. So actually, I think Louis Pret is having a stint of his life so far.
The only other one
Time. 156.
behind Pret is Nicky Tim, who's got a lot
It's
of
the
ground
best
to make
time.
further back. Now, Cairoli getting further away from Backler, dropping further away because he's having to go defensive. That set of lights burning a hole in the back of his crash helmet are those of Vincent Abril. So it's Backler on for 5th place now. You can see how close the Ferrari has got. Now Abril needs to find a way by before he gets almost hypnotised by the back of that car, because if he doesn't make the move, he just has to sit there and hope for the best, hope that a mistake comes from Cairoli.
Yeah, exactly that. Very fair driver as well, Vince. As I said, I've raced against him a lot. I was actually stuck behind him for a 2-hour stint at Adrian Le Mans 4 years ago, and he didn't make a single mistake. And I got a run on him, and he squeezed me to the pit wall and left me exactly 100% width of my car. And yeah, exactly. So fair but hard. But at the moment, it's always the worry as a driver. You catch the back of the car, and if you don't strike while the iron's hot, it just starts to smoulder off the temperature of that attack. And it's quite hard then to get the momentum back on your side and get going again. And I just worry for Vince. That's what's happened as he's caught the back of Cairoli.
So, although the Ferrari has looked the quicker, no move yet. Traffic up the road, that might just throw a lifeline. Behind them is Jesse Krohn in the Rover BMW there, but that's 5 seconds worth of a gap. So Krohn's not an immediate threat. We're about halfway through this stint for the bulk of them, just over, as the leaders go by with the lead gap 4.7 seconds. So Picariello Porsche, Pret McLaren, Wirtz BMW, Backler Porsche, Cairoli Mercedes, Abril Ferrari, Krohn BMW, and then Engschler in the leading Lamborghini. That's another car that's kind of lost its way a bit.
Yeah, after Bortolotti looking so strong, especially right at the start of the race. Faded a bit after the first 20, but yeah, struggling now. Louis Pret, after doing his best lap of the race, has now just banged in a 58.4, 1.4 seconds lost on that last lap. So was that traffic and the the traffic always groups together. That's the hard bit. When you come across one car, that's one thing to get past them. But when there's 3 or 4 in a battle pack, that suddenly becomes infinitely harder to clear without losing a huge amount of time.
Lights come towards us then on the Mistral straight. Francois Abril, to the eye, has dropped back maybe slightly from Cairoli on this lap, but as you say, he needs to sort of get his second win, doesn't he? Get all excited again. It's a bit like when you catch somebody, I guess, on a country lane and you want to get past.
So there's a 20-second difference between myself and the actual live stream. Oh, hello, bye. Oh, engagement.
Looking good balance-wise out the last corner. It's always interesting to see where that's at, and at the moment looking good as the clock ominously still shows 3 hours and 25 minutes in this race to run.
That means we're 25 minutes away from another round of pit stops, which will shuffle the order and give us yet more to talk about. And it would 20.
He still shows 3 hours and 25 minutes in this race to run.
That means we're 25 minutes away from another round of pit stops, which will shuffle the order and give us yet more to talk about. And it would not exactly been short of things to talk about thus far. One pleasant surprise is how many cars are still going and how few incidents we've had.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. We haven't really had any proper car-to-car contact. We've had Kirchhoff's McLaren breakdown. We've had the same with the Optimum car that's still in the pit lane.
Here at Paul Ricard.
Paul Ricard, we're quite lucky. There's lots of
A mega job in quali one going on in the background with 60 of the most competitive
Crowded, but they're all the
world.
and the Joe Osborne.
There's a race going on in the background with
992.
Pratt, Weird,
We don't care about the silver cup.
taillights and headlights. You come up behind a
When did Showers?
Brands Hatch first weekend.
Okay.
Program is good as well. PT World Challenge Europe, whether it's endurance or sprint, you will not be disappointed.
yeah, Spa as well. Obviously, being a 24-hour race turns into a festival, doesn't it? With all the live music, the fan zone, the ability to camp there, and kind of somehow merge a festival party into one. And somehow there's a race going on in the background with 60 of the most competitive GT cars in the world.
And the Joe Osborne fan club is always there. Phone box is crowded, but they're always there. So yeah, there's a lot to do at Spa. Now, as far as Charles Witz is concerned, there's a lot to do in the 32 BMW because now he is up into second place. He's cleared Louis Pratt. He's made the move and he's made it stick. So
Oh, we didn't even see that.
versus Weird and 4.8 seconds between the pair.
Yeah, it's the battle of the Belgians there, isn't it? Picarello versus 3 or 4. One of this track in Stint 1.
Point of the darkness and taillights and headlights, you come up behind another car. Do you just attack because it's a car and you need to overtake it, or are you rely? But certainly going to be interesting to see who does what as Alessio Picariello continues to lead. So you've had the double from Sven Muller, Alessio Picariello into the car now. That's going to give Patrick Niederhauser the end, and we know about Adam Smalley taking over for the final double in 58. In 22. Klaus Bachler does the middle double, if you like, and then that car on the next
Cairoli P5. So
will go to Lauren Heinrich, who was quickest in the pre-practice.
basically, all we need to know is that the Mercedes just doesn't have the pace when it comes to the nighttime. The changing conditions makes it weaker. So as an endurance machine right now, the Mercedes seems to be not ideal, while as the BMW seems to be pretty good.
Just watch the distance grow slightly to the Porsche, then maybe the Mercedes will get in the pocket of the slipstream, start to go flashing headlights there. Look at those cars just streaming along. They look quite sedate, but at that point they're doing well over 250 kilometers an hour. So if you don't know,
Are owing us a pit stop.
and on the timing screen on the left there, you can see the number counting up his time in pit lane. That's going to roughly equate to 1 minute 26, 1 minute 27. All the cars have to be connected to the fuel rig for 43 seconds, and then you add in the time it takes to drive in and out of the pit lane. So you'll be looking for them to stop at about 1 minute 26 or 86 seconds as the clock is counting up on the screen.
Luca Engschler has come in as well. Now, does that go to Jordan Pepper, or does it go back to Mirko Bortolotti? Well, we'll find out in a moment, because here is the onboard from 63, as it gets.
Looks looks like Pepper's helmet to me. I was trying to listen either for a South African accent or an Italian one, shouting about the belts, but very calm work from GRT Grasser here, sorry. Right on pit exit as well, you can see the cars take the limiter off. I wonder if they're tempted to even run the pit limiter from the exit of the box. I wonder if they can get to 50k in that time, but just a small thing the team will be working through. Set of new tyres going on, you can see the stickers on those Pirelli there is
one set instead of another one.
It's fascinating always to hear about the tyres because you kind of take it for granted, but Pirelli has been a massive supporter of SRO GT racing, and right now it is Porsche that prevails. Alessio Picariello has just done lap 103. We have got just about 2.5 hours to go. A grid like this, just under 60 cars, is quite something, isn't it?
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes. You can tell it to our guys in
who never watch the race because they're so busy all the time. I'd probably better let you go just in case they need somebody else to muck in and to join them. Matteo Braga from Pirelli, thank you very much for joining us. Great as ever to have Pirelli on board. And right now, it's been a great advert for the slick tyre. Whether or not we need to worry about the Pirelli wet, well, we'll find out.
Original guess of an alternator issue. It could be a simple wiring problem, of course, but simple maybe, but hard to fix. As we see Louis Pret kicking it out. At the start of the race, it was quite hard to call which Garage 59 car it was, but now I've only got one car on track. I'm pretty confident calling which one it is now, so that is the only positive I can take out of that situation.
A little bit of contact between Buncombe and Lulham noted, so race control aware of it. Whether anything comes of it, we'll have to wait and see. So that doesn't mean it's being investigated, it just means they're aware. But it might be the racing incident, no investigation required. Let's just eavesdrop then from Alex Buncombe's car, 23 McLaren.
Alrighty. Let's.
Contact with the Aston at the second part of Boucher. I thought he let me have it, then he turned to back out. I just caught the back of him.
Alright, good story, bro. 2 minutes. So. Number 32. It's 4 pit stops. Right, so in fact, let me see how long the pit stops are. I don't think I've had a look at the pit stop length though.
Locked it in for 2 hours of this race.
WRT 32 at 2:01. I'm gonna not count the pit stops at all. So 32, and that is 126. So the pit stop lengths were 126, right? Okay.
To turn their way down into turn one with
So
the bronze class lead battle around them. Conrad Lawson 74 Ferrari, 991 Sean Gallard's BMW.
oh, excuse me.
As well, and they're all going for the same bit of real estate, but
Pit stop
Patrick Niederhauser, who knows this car inside out,
length.
stays ahead of 32. Now Calvin van der Linde at the wheel.
Yeah, actually WRT lost 7/10 of a second there to Runnick in the pit, so slight time loss over to second and a half now gap. Be interesting now.
126.9, 126.2, 127.2, 127 dead.
Over a full length sting, and I think we've got a good person.
Right, okay, so 133.9, that's not good.
Bang on cue, he's going to be able to talk us through the pit stop for Matteo Cairoli in a moment or two. Mauro, good to see you. It's been an interesting race this for the Mercedes. Your first stint.
129.
A battle since then, hasn't it?
In general, it's been, I think, a big battle for me, especially the second stint with pickup.
Right,
That's
I'll
the
put
main
126 to
just next door in Germany.
130.
And looking at the lap times of the entire field, pretty much everyone's in the 57s, some high 56s,
Seconds.
maybe some 58s even. When the fastest lap is a 54.8, and most cars are somewhere in the low 55s or mid 55s. So to be 2.5 seconds slower just means one thing: everyone right now is struggling on pickup. And traditionally with the Mercedes, we're quite kind to the tire, so we run the tire a little bit colder. And for me, the second stint was just horrible, because I think others were simply not struggling with pickup yet, and I was. And it was it's terrible to drive at that point.
When you talk about pickup, is that a Paul Ricard issue? Is that a tyre issue? Is that a length of the race issue? Or is it a combination of all things? I mean, do you get it worse here as a circuit or because of the length of the race?
So, first of all, the Pirelli tires is a really good tire. Very durable.
Oh, is this
but
it?
it does have a tendency on
158.
certain
Okay,
temperature ranges
car number
to
58.
pick up
Let's
rubber that's lying around the track. And here in
let's
Paul
see. There's
Ricard,
no
just
technical
is
gremlins.
extremely it's a real topic here more than anywhere else, especially on days where it's cold. So as the temperature went down and everybody's tire temperatures dropped, the tire temperature drops into a range where instead of releasing that extra rubber, it picks it up, and then you're basically driving with
There it is.
have an issue there.
158.
I think he's taken it over from Louis Pratt. Got away okay, but it's then struggled to the end of the pit road, and that's going to be an issue for anybody trying to get out of the pit road. Just about room, isn't there? But it's the last thing you need.
Shame for those guys. They had a strong run going.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, that was the leading car for a while. I'm assuming it's that same McLaren because we've seen
get it going.
one pit as well, but it's ground to a halt at the end of the pit lane. Hold that thought about the tyres. Let's just see what happens to this McLaren.
158.
But a Garage 59, this has turned out to be a really, really tough race, and the marshals are there to try and get that car to a place of safety.
He's got the lights come back on.
So it is Adam Smalley. He's been in the pits for 2.5 minutes. He got away okay, and then
They had an issue earlier when Louis Pret pulled away. They also stopped quickly when we actually.
So lost Garage 59 and well, car 59 from Garage 59 and car 58. So both McLarens
At
retired.
this point, I would assume they're asking the driver to do a power cycle.
I wonder if they've
back on and
I wonder if they tell us what they retired from.
team behind, which I think is Grasser, isn't it? The Lamborghini. Then your exit's going to be really difficult. Jordan Pepper at the wheel.
But both cars, both McLarens are actually really strong. In fact,
Be ultra cautious getting round.
number 111, number 23,
I mean, this is another thing that, as a team, as a driver,
all doing solidly.
plan for. There's always something that think about Spa last year and Pierre Guidi coming into the pit lane. There's always something that you just don't expect.
It's one of those situations where, as a driver, you really feel for that team. You think, many ways to lose a race, but certainly that didn't cross their mind.
Right, Mara, stay with us for a moment. Let's just go to the pit lane and hear from Ugo de Wilde. He's had a really impressive stint in number 32 BMW, fighting for the lead before he pitted. Let's hear from Ugo with Alex.
I'm down here with Ugo de Wilde of Team WRT for your first weekend with this team. It's absolutely incredible.
So that's how you say his name, De Wilde.
Yeah, you know, it's very good. Very happy about the stint, but I have to say that WRT and BMW gave me a rocket ship, so I felt really good in the car, and it's really good to start the season with a good performance like this. Now we still have, of course, 2 hours to go, but it's good for the mind.
Just how tricky is it now going to be for this last stint for Kelvin?
Sorry, I didn't hear.
Just how tricky is this last stint going to be now for Kelvin?
Oh, I think it's, yeah, of course it's going to be tricky, but as I said, we have a good car. Kelvin is an amazing driver with a lot of experience, so it's good. Now we just have to finish the job.
What's the most challenging part of the circuit at the moment?
I would say sector 3 with Signe and Le Bosset. It's fast sections, and you have a lot of traffic also, so we get a lot of dirty air. So it's tricky not to do track limits, but yeah, enjoying lap after lap. Driving at night here is really cool.
You look like you're buzzing. Well done.
Thanks.
Ugo de Wilde, another GT star of the future. I think he's been pretty impressive in this race, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been doing a good job. Obviously, they brought that car right into contention. I mean, I think the gap was 2 seconds before they pitted, so it'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
And Matteo, first time with you and Lucas, looks like he's fitted in really well and has found a happy home.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously, very experienced driver, successful driver, and yeah, he's done a really good job from day one, and going very strong in this race. So yeah, happy to have him on board.
Let's just have a quick listen into 32.
This will come to us on the deck. 96 is on final track limit. Course, final track limit. It will come to us. Keep doing your job. And all fine. I feel good. Give us the time. Go.
So the information being given that the car they're chasing, 96 Porsche, on the final track limit warning, and that the race will come to them. So a calming influence in the ears from the engineer there. That's what you want, I guess. You want good information.
96.
A bit of encouragement. They have come. Lucas Al goes through 22.2.
Hey, here's the battle. Okay.
Against those two. But now, with an hour and 48 minutes to go, we have got the top two. There they are, separated by next to nothing at all, and traffic up the road. So Kelvin van der Linde, having been given the information, and I think you heard the engineer saying that on his last track limit warning is 96 Porsche, Patrick Niederhauser having now taken it over. He hasn't got much margin to play with, so he's got to be ultra careful, and he's under huge pressure right now.
Yeah, he's still got an hour and 50 minutes remaining, so probably 47 laps or so, not to do one mistake. Around 6 corners, heavily policed here, gets down the inside of that back marking, boots and VDS Mercedes, but so does Van der Linde, and yeah, Kelvin has been on a bit of a mission, marching up to the back of that car, even has a bit of a half look into the second part of Le Bousset, but that isn't a move that's going to be easy to do. But where will that move be? We've seen the BMW cruise past cars in a straight line by the end of the Mistral Straight, seen them go round the outside of cars as well at turns 5 and 6, so there's a few options potentially. Kelvin would have been watching all of that from the garage, all of that information stored, even though it wasn't him in the car. He will have all of that. Let's have a look at these top speeds of the car.
Hey, finally. Okay. So top overall speeds. Let me write these down. So top speeds. KMH, and then I put MPH there. So number 1 was Ford Mustang. And that was 287, 282, and that is Ferrari. Ford, Mustang, Ferrari, Mercedes, BMW, 5, Lamborghini. This is Mustang number 64. And I type in 54. That is Ferrari number 51. Mercedes number 611. Ron BMW number 98. Lamborghini number 163. So that's 282, 281, 281, and then 281 again. Now, how much is that in miles per hour? It won't let me search like that? Okay. So I'll do it here. KMH 287. That's 178 miles per hour. 282. 175 miles per hour. Then 281. 174 miles per hour. We'll do 174. 74.8 miles per hour. One 0.8. And that's that. Okay, so got that information at least.
287, 5 kilometers an hour clear, be it the power of that Ford Mustang from Rivera, 282, then from a Mercedes, then from a BMW, then from a Lamborghini. 5 different manufacturers in the top 5 for the speed traps, and very close from 2nd to 5th in that speed trap. Van der Linde just swinging to the inside, trying to catch the eye of Niederhaus. Not an easy move just to try and catch the eye of someone, but no negatives for you as a driver. Going on what Mara Engel's saying about the pace problem being pickup, you want to stay on that racing line as much as you can. The cleanest part of the track, but being kept clean by all of these cars, constantly pounding around. As soon as you go off, that's when you start to get all the marbles and all the rubbish covering your tyres.
Race leaders then on to lap 127. Niederhauser versus Van der Linde as the cars now hit the Mistral straight once again. So as they accelerate towards senior with, for the moment, a rare clear bit of real estate around them. The Porsche 3/10 up when they came onto this lap, but again getting a turn.
That is close as anything. That's 146.
Race lead goes to the outside line. He's not going to be able to do it there, I don't think, but he's going to be brave enough to try it. And as they come out of the corner, it's Porsche just ahead. Well, that's been the last lap. I think you'd have found a proper commitment by Kelvin van der Linde. I'm not saying he's not committed, but it didn't matter if it didn't work on that lap. But it might work on the inside at Le Beausset. Porsche goes wide again up the inside, tries to duck the BMW.
Wow.
Slots back in behind, and the battle rages on as they go toe to toe, door to door. Porsche just ahead. but now it looks inevitable, doesn't it, that Van der Linde will be able to find a way through. Nose to tail, they sprint now up towards the Virage de la Tour. Wait to see which set of headlights dives which way, but Porsche goes a little bit deep. That covers off the inside line down towards the Virage du Pont. But can now
Clap
Van der
back.
Linde get a tighter exit off the corner? Yes, he can. Can he get up alongside? Yes, he can. Has he got the grunt in a straight line?
Yes, he does.
Niederhauser squeezes him a bit towards the wall, but through goes the BMW. That is going to give now Van der Linde the race lead by 10th as they come across the timing line. And with an hour and 45 minutes to go, not only do we have a new race leader, but that's going to be a hard car to stop.
Yeah, I thought the Porsche was going to have to put up a bigger fight there, Niederhaus, because once this move has happened, I think that has taken any chance of Niederhaus and that car winning today, just based on merit and on pace. Remember, we do have this rain somewhere in the area that could swing it back towards their favour, but this 32 BMW has been absolutely on fire. After the first hour, where it really didn't look like it was going to be anywhere near this sort of position, it's suddenly just come alive for the last 5.
So as they come towards us on lap 128, finally, we've got the WRT BMW in the lead. We said at the start of the day, don't rule it out, because they know how to win races, they know how to play the game, they know what to do in the pit stops, and it's all pieced together, hasn't it? It might be a new driver lineup, but it's the same old result in a way for WRT. We might be jumping the gun a bit. We've got an hour and 3/4 to go, but I think now that car is going to be able to build a gap. A little bit further back, behind Lucas Auer, is Laurin Heinrich, who's taken over 22. And that Porsche is still there or thereabouts. And considering that every time we see
cars in front of him and he's struggling.
Do we have much of a difference at this point? Van der Linde, Niederhauser, Lucas Auer,
Very quick driver.
Heinrich, Jury. Okay.
We've seen an ebb and flow in every single stint for every.
see whether or not this does develop and try to second guess what the race director Niels Vitic might be doing, but the car station.
Get you maybe that last lap through here to 12.
Where's Lucas Auer? When does Lucas Auer get overtaken?
Long way away from the racing line, but you could argue that if anybody else goes wide there and out of control and finds a parked car, then you're in big problems. So race control will, if it's near a vehicle access point, possibly able to get it out of the way without interruption, but in the darkness that's perhaps a bit more risky.
Yeah, there's just not a pocket of space, is there, out there? There's a slight one there, but you're talking 8 or 9 seconds, which is not enough time to do it safely. So just keeping an eye on the timing screen, on the Marshall post to see if that full course yellow comes out. I don't think anyone's going to massively benefit from this because no one can stop and get to the end. So I think they're all going to stay out. Is it going to go to a safety car? If it's a longer one, the tyre pressures will drop quicker now because it is much cooler. Track temp now at 16, ambient at 13. So there's a chance if it's not a quick full course yellow, it could go safety car, which would bunch everyone up.
Yeah. And then people might be able to benefit because in the case, let's say, of Lucas Auer, instead of being 31 seconds back, he'd be Carl's lengths back. Patrick Niederhauser's Porsche, I'm afraid to say for Porsche fans, is fading because what was 10th is now up to around the 7-second mark. The leader has gone by, Kelvin van der Linde. When the Porsche breaks the beam, as it does now, the gap's 7.4 seconds. So it is starting to build. And of course, as we're thinking about whether or not we might end up with a full course yellow, we're also heading towards the next round of pit stops. Only 12 more minutes before the hour. Number 60 is now that's significant in silver. Alessio Deleda, second in silver, is being given a 30-second time penalty on the next pit stop for track limit offences. So having just lost the lead on the track, he's going to hemorrhage time on the pit stop.
And I think that could be more of a common theme as well now as we get into the last part of the races. 5 warnings for everyone, and they obviously just naturally get eaten up as the race goes on.
We've had a change for third place as well. Laurin Heinrich in 22 Porsche has passed Matteo Cairoli. So although they're a long way back from the top 2, they're still squabbling, and it's gone Porsche's way. So 22 is a quirky car, isn't it? We've talked about the lack of pace, and now it's overtaken the car that dominated stint 1.
Yeah, Heinrich's a man on the move, isn't he? He's in a rich vein of form, a lot of racing in IMSA as well, and he's been very quick and impressive. So yeah, Lucas Auer just getting overtaken by an Audi as well, so that can't be for position.
Oh, right.
That's got some serious pace. That almost feels like it's out of sequence. It must have some fresh tyres on it, trying to work out who it could possibly be from the come out now. There'll be a few cars that can really benefit. I'm going to change that and see what he can do about it. So a great battle they're having there, and there's a few cars not
Now, I
wide
do
enough
know that
on
the
that front
Porsche did do
crew
2
of
and
turbo cars, and the
3.
ignition time
So effectively,
3
this
seconds slower than
is...
min fuel there, so just literally
Possibly can, but even his last lap was fractionally slower once again. Laurin Heinrich is in third place, clearing a McLaren with a bit of damage there, bit of bodywork look hanging off the right-hand side, bit of trim flailing on the McLaren. Van der Linde easily through, and for the last time goes through Senior, back onto the power, up towards Le Beausset, through the double apex right. Well, last year here, this car suffered
I'll put
punctures,
you
damage,
this way.
and a retirement. This year, just bulletproof.
Yeah, I can't really think of one major moment. Maybe a bit of traffic into turn 12 here where
There
you had
you
to take to
go.
the apex curb to avoid contact with a Lamborghini, but there wasn't a huge moment, was it? But yeah, faultless race. Massive kudos to WRT and all 3 drivers in that 32 car.
So, with only a couple of corners effectively to go, it's going to be a win in the first round of GT World Challenge Europe Endurance Cup, powered by AWS. For WRT, for Hugo de Wilde, for Charles Weerts, and Kelvin van der Linde, who brings it home second. He's going to go the way of Retronic Racing's Porsche, for Sven Muller, for Patrick Niederhauser, and for the driver that did the third stint in the car, Alessio Picariello. But delight for WRT, because it is a win in the opening round of the championship. Third ought to go to the Schumacher CLRT Porsche. And
really
yeah,
hard.
the rain is coming right at the very end. It was predicted, but it's arrived sort of too late to save.
Well, that's
now
lucky.
people are tiptoeing to the flag because they're on slicks, and all of a sudden, it's heavy rain.
That's insane, isn't it? A 6-hour race and it rains
On the last
literally
lap.
on the last lap.
After the checkered flag almost.
I'm a bit gutted about that. That would have spiced up 10 minutes earlier. You think how long this planet's been around for. 10 minutes isn't too much to ask for as a percentage, but I thought I saw it as the WRT car came into the last corner, but second guess myself. Wow, we were a few minutes away from having a very spicy ending.
So there, celebrating Hugo de Wilde and Charles Weerts. Great debut for WRT for Hugo, this. We'll get the class winners across the line as long as they don't make any mistakes. The team will be on the radio saying we've got rain, slow down. Yeah, the tyres have been nice and warm, but whoops, off the road, that is the leading bronze.
Oh my.
Isn't that Dennis Marshall who's got it wrong at Le Beausset? He's got quite a lot of laps
Beausset.
to go, and there you can see
Beausset.
in the headlights how heavy this rain is.
Yeah, the team will be screaming, get the traction control turned up. Harper's 2 cars behind him there. Who's got the bravery? Harper's chucking it in, he's got less to lose. It's going to be slippy even around this easy flat corner. Normally turn 13, the car's squirreling left to right, trying to find the grip. What can they do? 1 corner to home. One small mistake for Marshall here could lose him the Bronze Cup win. He looks like he's got it through the last corner. Look at that rain. It isn't a shower, is it? That's a monsoon coming through.
That's proper rain. Checkered flag at the road. Flying on the road, but it is going to be a bronze win for Dennis Marshall. He comes across the line then now. He will celebrate that with co-drivers Dustin Blattner and Conrad Larison. He's split home to winning silver driver across the line in 992. We'll get the top 3 in each of the classes to the podium in due course. We'll hear from some of them as well, but what a race. So many surprises, not just the weather, partly the lack of incident, lack of damage. I mean, there's going to be a lot of happy teams that haven't got any work to do to repair a car.
Yeah, and insurance companies. And,
yeah, true enough.
Yeah, it was a good...
For the podium. Up in the end to third in bronze, number 8, David Fumanelli, getting the Ferrari that he shared with Nicola Schiro and Nicola Rossi. That had a spin, didn't it, at the very start of the race, third in the class. So Kelvin van der Linde taking the win with Hugo de Wilde and Charles Weerts. Second going to Patrick Niederhauser along with Sven Muller and Alessio Picariello. And third to Laurin Heinrich, to Aintchen Guven and to Klaus Bachler. But there, for WRT, the celebrations are underway. Kelvin van der Linde, Charles Weerts, absolutely delighted with that, and a brilliant start to the season. And it's an important result in as much as there'll be another crucial race with possible rain and certainly lots of nighttime running, and that's on double.
Absolutely amazing job in Paradigm, and thank you to Darren for the opportunity. But I just can't believe it. It's what we dream.
Well done, boys.
With his dad and Hugo de Wilde Chris Lallam taking second. Let's look at the result then. Calvin van der Linde Schall with Iro Eng that damage during a really interesting
Yeah, it's been a fair fight.
run BMW and Finley Hutchison, Alessio Deleda and Michele Beretta 6th. They can feel a bit miffed about that given the way that the race started.
So, bringing us on to the winners of the first race in Le Castellet, Paul Ricard. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna have a little look into this team, just see what they're about. I've watched them plenty of times before, but I've never actually looked into them like that. Let's see. So, as said here, disappointing 24 hours of Le Mans for BMW M Team WRT. Let's see, it wasn't the expected outcome at the 24 hours of Le Mans for BMW M Team WRT, both in the hypercar class, where the two BMW M hybrids saw their good race ruined in the final 2 hours by mechanical problems, and the LMG T3 class, where the two BMW's M4 GT3 Evos had to retire during the night when they were fighting for top positions. Okay, so with the Castellet, one of the things that I was thinking is that obviously reliability on BMW would be fairly high. I mean, it's a 6-hour race. I guess it's a 6-hour sprint in a way. But to see that the latest one was basically a retirement from two cars. Would say, yeah, two M4s had to retire during the night. And mechanical problems from the hybrids. First and foremost, kidney grille look and everything on these looks pretty sick still. When it comes to these liveries, I think they're actually pretty good liveries as well. All in all, WRT seems to be a good reputable racing team, racing brand, but hey ho. I want to see what they had to write about Paul Ricard, if they have that written here. 6 hours. Yep, there we go. So victorious start. Team wins WRT. Right, so Team WRT wins GT World Challenge Europe season opener at Paul Ricard. So yeah, strong opening stints from all three WRT cars set the tone for a clean, competitive start, with the number 32 immediately breaking into the top 5 thanks to strategic pit stops, the 777 holding ground in the Gold Cup, and the 30 gaining positions in silver. Stellar stints from Charles Wirtz, Ugo de Wilde, and Kevin van der Linde. Brought the BMW M4 GT3 Evo 32 to the lead by the 5th hour. So yeah, I was in the 5th hour. I will be using this. I'm glad they write all of this, because this seems like a lot of information to have. I'll use all of this to kind of make my little presentation. And strong effort sailed P3 in the Gold Cup. Technical issue in the 6th hour brought a premature end to their efforts. Wait, to who? Strong foundation for the season ahead. Okay. Great teamwork. Now, so they've got... Yeah, let's see how they did in Dubai. Oh, live news. Team WRT clinches. Okay, so Team WRT has been absolutely killing it. Apart from, well, most recent one being the 24 hours of Le Mans. The 12 Hours of Bathurst, sensational 1-2 finish. Dominant strategy on track, challenging moments and resilience. Aussie victory reclaimed. So Farfus, Van der Linde. So Van der Linde, Wirtz, and Rossi was in that team. So is this the... Right, okay, so the Farfus, Van der Linde. So the two Van der Linde brothers. Marcelo, Rossi, Wirtz. Okay, Gugnon was in the Mercedes. 3 races, 3 wins. What an amazing start to the season. We tried to win at Bathurst. Okay, Farfus, Van der Linde. So it's Kevin that raced in France as well. I wonder if is Sheldon still in WRT? I wonder. Valentino Rossi. This podium is a fantastic way to start the season. The whole weekend was great, as we were always strong and competitive. We were able to fight with our sister car until I made a mistake, unfortunately, and we had to serve a drive-through penalty. I thought at that point the fight for the podium was over, but we managed to come back with great pace. Raffaele's overtake on Jules Gugnon was a lot of fun to watch. I am very happy with the result. Raffaele Marciello, in my opinion, is probably one of the better GT drivers that I have watched in my limited time of watching this category of racing. But that is something to keep in mind when writing about WRT. These guys do seem to be quite the team. And this article... Okay, BMW M Team WRT kicks off 2025 FIA WEC season with strong performance in Qatar. Let me see what they did in Qatar. Let's see what happened in Qatar. So, calendar, Qatar, Hyperpole race results. Okay. So, going slightly off on a tangent here. BMW Team WRT was 4th out of 18. So the 2 Aston Martins, I do remember the Aston Martins having a nightmare of a debut. Cadillac, so they only have they have 2, so that's 4 and 7. Not bad, but my gosh, the Ferrari's hypercar is head and shoulders. How long was the gap? How far was the gap? Wasn't too much. So Toyota Gazoo, Cadillac, Peugeot, Porsche. So that seems to be the order, really. Can't wait for Aston Martin to get a handle on things and get themselves actually legitimately racing, especially in this in this hypercar era. All right. This is here for sure. It's not doing anything. All right. Let me... Right, LMGT3, let me not get distracted. So 3rd, so podium, Team WRT. TF Sport. Oh, Corvette took that win. Nice. McLaren's up there. Lexus. Acadis ASP team. These guys are old machinery, but yeah, seem to be keeping up with everyone. Heart of Racing. This is my team by default because I am an Aston Martin stan. And so they came 6th and 9th. But Team WRT, okay. The Bent Team WRT and Team WRT sister companies? 18 cars. So all in all, 18 on both Hypercar and on LMGT3. I would like to look at I would like to look at this race. Le Mans Ultimate. Where else, calendar-wise, has been raced so far? Where else in the calendar? Italy. 6 hours of Imola. This was just LMGT3, right? So the race... No, there was hypercars as well. And of course, the AF Corsa took that one. Or the Ferrari AF Corsa. The AF Corsa, number 83, came fourth. But hypercar-wise, Ferrari is the team to beat. BMW M Team WRT, second place. And then in LMGT3, Team WRT, number 46, came second. Followed by a Noah's Ark of Lexus. Ferrari to ruin that arc, and then Corvette TF Sport. So, and there's the bent Team WRT. So I need to see what the difference is between Team WRT and the bent Team WRT, and see if on their website if they actually do have a difference with the two. Garage 59, I'm so sorry for your loss in Le Castellet. You make me feel invincible. So 6 hours of Imola, how do they do? And would you look at the Team WRT at Imola? It's still WEC, right? Wait, this is the one is this the one I looked at? I literally just looked at this. Okay, replay. That's a watch for another day. Lay your tears for another day. When's Brazil? All right, 11th to 13th of July. Regardless, okay, so Team WRT been killing it. So partners now need to see what this partnership's all about. So introduction about BMW M Motorsport. BMW Motorsport was founded in 1972. Since then, the racing department has become one of the most legendary brands in the business, winning countless races and titles all over the world. Race cars like BMW 3.0, list of race cars goes on. Okay, vision. As a part of the sustainability strategy, the BMW Group has set clear objectives for the reduction of CO2 by 2030. This undertaking obviously covers the entire vehicle portfolio at BMW M. As racing has been part of BMW's DNA for decades, development on the road and the on-track go hand in hand. BMW M Hybrid V8 is spearheading the transformation towards electrification, which BMW will undergo in the coming years. The LMDH prototype is more than just a car. or more than just a race car. It is leading the way into an electrified future for BMW by empathetically demonstrating how dynamic and emotional electrified M-Power can be. So why does BMW partner with WRT? BMW is proud to partner with one of the best and most successful racing teams in the world. WRT share the same passion, dedication, and ambition to achieve ultimate success together on the racetrack, be that in the prototype racing or in the GT racing. Right. So powered by Hankook. Skechers. What does Skechers have to do with anything? Okay, so mission and vision. Skechers European Distribution Center opened in 2002. The choice for Belgium was based. Wait, the choice for Belgium was based on the excellent location in the heart of Europe. So is this like literally the shoes? Why does okay? Yeah, the biggest distribution still growing. This is where the partnership with Wertz Group starts. Wertz Group. This has nothing to do with their words, does it? Right. Any relation? Huh. Diversified holding company with investments in logistics, real estate, motorsport, and renewable energy. Interesting. Right, okay, so this is Sketches right now. So let me start this again actually. Okay, why does Skechers partner with WRT? The biggest distribution center of Wallonia and still growing. That is where the partnership with Wertz Group starts. Wertz Group provides and builds warehouses for Skechers' growing needs. This excellent collaboration between the two Belgian companies started in Milmert, continues in the United Kingdom, where the Brexit has created the necessity of its own warehouse outside European borders and is evolving to become worldwide. This, along with mutual passion for racing cars, has resulted in a wonderful partnership in both companies, which both companies made individually. Um, where is my reading? Oh my gosh. This, along with mutual passion for racing cars, has resulted in a wonderful partnership in which both companies made it individually but excel brilliantly together. Right, okay, I get it now. So Skechers and Wertz Group. Skechers. Would it be Wirtz? I'm not German, I don't care. Graphy Wrap. Snap on. Hmm. WT is the constructor of the VW Fun Cup Evo 3, the third generation of the famous Beetle racing car, offering superb quality and great reliability, raising the championship to a higher level. WRT also provides spare parts for the team before, during, and after the race weekends. Huh. Foundation arthritis. Yeah, definitely we'll need to look more into this. The benefits of partnering with WRT. Number one, brand visibility. Partnerships through sponsorship programs put your brand in front of large. Or is this like a pitch to anyone that's on the website? Lead generation and business relationships, media awareness. So WRT is very PR savvy then. Through each step, WRT will be able to support your campaigns to help you facilitate reaching your business goals in terms of visibility and branding. Customer event and employee team building. Return on investment and importance of charity. Private track days with WRT. Fun. Right. Shop. Let's see what. Oh yeah, of course. WRT did have. They did use Audi before. This was back in 2014. Is the success the car as well, or is it mainly how good WRT are as a team and their strategy? My, they've got quite a few drivers, huh? Okay, GT cars. Oh, sorry, they sorted it. Right. So, no drivers available this year. So, 2010 is the first recorded set of drivers. Let's see who's been around the longest. If I can even recognize. So, Bert. Never mind. I'm just gonna. Timo Schneider. Enzo does not look like a racing driver at all. Augusto Farfus. Oh, we're back to 2025. So Charles Verts, Dries Van Toor, Mirko Bortolotti was in WRT. Benjamin Goeth. I recognize him. Is he Garage 59 still? Ah, look who it is. Racing in Formula One. Well, congratulations, my guy. You've made it. Current favorite driver, Lewis Hamilton. Favorite all-time, Juan Manuel Fangio. Fair. Okay. And Hall of Fame. Dang, that's the list of achievements. September 2009. W Racing Team. Is that what WRT is? Literally it's literally W Racing Team. This whole time I have not known this, and just like that, W Racing Team is W Racing Team is born. Just W Racing Team is born. WRT is born. 2010 April, victory in the first WRT race ever. Ventura. Champion. They have been winning. Who founded WRT? Okay, W Racing Team, known as Team WRT, is a professional autosport racing team founded in 2009 and headquartered in Bordeaux, Belgium. The team was created following the initiative of former racing driver Vincent Vosse and entrepreneur Yves Fritz. Right, I need to look up this Yves. Or is it Yves? Yves. I'm gonna guess it's Yves. Right, I see you. So is Charles Yves and Charles. Shelberts. Are they related? Debut 2019, car number 32. Ace Ventura, both making okay. Audi, Sheridan van der Linde. I'll look it up some other time. The team was created. Okay. Today, team is run by the CEO, Kathleen Shermans, co-CEO. Okay. I think right underneath that. Okay, winning is our engine. Yeah, so they did use Audi R8s for sure. I remember this 2016, 2018. So when did you change to the M4? Oh, we don't get to find, or at least we don't see representation or pictures here. Lots of information to read. Oh gosh. So in 2022, they were using the R8, right? Fantastic partnership with Audi. Okay, 2022 will be remembered at Team WRT as another year of successes and great moments in racing and of further growth in its car manufacturing activity. But there is no doubt that it will also have the taste of a very special memory and a very special and emotional journey, as it marked the closing of a 13-year long and fantastic partnership with Audi. Okay, but it was not long before a new chapter already began, as Team WRT, with renewed enthusiasm and determination, embarked on the new partnership with BMW. So they switched in 2022. Racing GT3. So, again, Pinnacle GT3. Version themselves, very strong competition, eventually. Titles. LMP2, car manufacturing activity. Besides racing, WRT is more and more involved in car manufacturing and chassis building, an activity that today represents roughly a third of its business and workforce. The expansion of the activity is due to continue in 2023, also with the addition of a fourth top car group to the portfolio of clients. In the meantime, WRT continues to be the manufacturer of the Fun Cup still. DTM. Right. So from 2010 all the way through to 2022. Made in 2009. Started racing in 2010, and then split ways with Audi 2022, and then since that point it's been BMW, and it seems that with BMW successes are still growing. So Team WRT itself, within my analysis, is clearly quite a juggernaut of a team. Positive impact so far. Introductions. Drive, act faster. Now, I'm doing all this, or I'm looking all this up right now based on the fact that they won. What you call it, Paul Ricard. However, there's every chance in the world that they might not be the best team this year. I guess the next stream, I'll be creating kind of my analysis or my findings anyway when it comes to my analysis on the race. And then after that, I'll go into Brands Hatch, and from Brands Hatch we'll start all the way from practice, see if we can look into what teams are doing well within practice, look at any connections between the first race being Paul Ricard, then Brands Hatch. Yeah, we'll play a bit here, see how it goes as I'm doing it. But it's now 10 to 3. I need to at least have my lunch. So yeah, let me go and make some food. I might be back in a few hours, I guess. But this being the first stream, especially first stream on YouTube, so like what, my fourth stream ever, but my first stream on YouTube. It's not bad. It's something. Um, but I'm no better off than I was on Twitch anyway, because no one's watching. No, one person is now, apparently. Yeah, so I am gonna jump off. I'm gonna come back later, in which I will be watching Brands Hatch. Or actually, maybe I might just do something else productive for the day. We'll see. I'll play it by ear, as I said. Um, oh, okay. Oh. Catch. We're out.